Heyo, I'm back. Oh my goodness, it's been a while, hasn't it? It's been a long time since I've done a reading. I hope somebody comes in. I came a little bit late just because kind of testing. It's kind of like a test, testing the audio, testing everything. So if anybody shows up, let me know if it works. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to do a whole reading. Anybody heard the whole audio? So, but hopefully somebody hears and somebody sees it. It's been eons since I have done a reading. So let's see if you guys can hear me. And yeah, let's begin. I'll just do a little intro. It's been a while. I've been missing doing live streams. I haven't done live streams in so long. It's been, I think, 2 years now. I think it's been a while. But yeah, let's begin. All right. While I wait for some people, even though I probably don't have anybody, it's been so long. I've been so into cyberpunk lately. I've just been watching it like crazy. I love the song, so I'm just playing it. Okay. Also, I've been really wanting to go to clubs, electronic music, but I haven't. Probably maybe later on. All right. Let's see where I put this. Okay, that's better. Okay. So I hope you guys can hear it because I don't know. I'm just testing the music. Just putting music here. So if you guys can hear it, because I usually use my iPad. I usually use my iPad to put music on the side, and then hopefully the audio can hear it, right? So, but I just plugged it in on my Yeti, Blue Yeti mic. Yeah, Blue Yeti mic. So hopefully that. And then I just plugged it in and just have the YouTube on. So hopefully that works. Okay, now let's get into the zone. So what I'm going to do here, the readings that I'm planning to do is I kind of want to try a different deck. Kind of want to I've been using the Witch's Tarot for a while. So I kind of want to use something different now. So I'm the Tarot of the Divine. So we're going to do the Tarot of the Divine. So we're going to do Tarot of the Divine. Get some cards out here since I've been using the same card constantly. Been reading with the Witch's Tarot for a while now. So I'm going to change it up for a bit. And the next deck that I'm going to use is the ones that I always use is the Psychic Tarot for the Heart. So maybe some healing energy. So we'll have some reading throughout the week, what's coming up for all the zodiac signs, and then kind of see what kind of level of healing you guys may need. So Psychic Tarot of the Heart is really good to see, because it gives some cards about chakras and emotional and psychological well-being, so that's going to help a bit. And then at the end of everything, I was thinking to do the Enchanted map. So the Enchanted map oracle cards, and see what kind of message we have for everyone as like an end message. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. I just hope you guys can hear me, because I'm not getting any confirmation from anybody to see if you guys can hear me clearly or not, but I'll just wing it and hopefully everything works out. So okay, so let's do Tarot of the Divine. Okay. I kind of want to time myself too, because I kind of get carried away with one zodiac sign for too long. So I don't want to get stuck in I don't want to get stuck in one zodiac sign for too long, you know? Okay. Okay, so we're going to use this card. And so we're just going to start with the earth signs. So let's do earth signs, fire signs, water signs, and air signs. So Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo for earth, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for fire, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for water, and Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra for air. So we can do something like that. Okay. I was going to mix it around because I'm like, oh, I'm tired of just having like the chunks of elements and just kind of want to like scramble them, mix it around, you know, and kind of put, maybe we can do some Capricorn, then an Aries, then a Cancer, then a Gemini, and then mix it. But that's fine. I'm not going to do that. I don't have time. We'll just do it in order. All right. So let's start. Oh, audio is not too loud. Okay. Okay, these are kind of everywhere, so I'm just gonna organize them. Like, I like to read like reverse cards. Like sometimes like I like reverse them, but I don't like reading reverse cards. Like I'm very kind of like, no, don't reverse it. But I mean, throughout the years, you know, I've been doing this for a while. I've been like, since I was 11, I've been reading tarot cards, and my dad has been like, he's the one that showed me the cards. Well, actually, no, I kind of like learned tarot because I watched a gypsy soap opera about tarot cards, and I saw like the old wise lady taking out the deck of cards, and she was like reading it, and I was just like, oh, I must have that. What is that? Tarot cards? I must have it. So I told my dad, Dad, can I have tarot cards? He's like, oh, you're into tarot? And he's like, yes, can I get tarot cards and everything? And he's like, okay, sure. And so he brought me to like kind of like a chapters, and it wasn't chapters, but it was kind of like similar to chapters. And then he bought a little book along with it. And I was just 11, and then that's how I started to learn tarot cards. I was so tiny. And then I've been doing readings ever since. And I did it in high school, and I like did readings to all my high school friends, and then all my colleagues. I did readings on them. And then in the animation industry at work, I just booked a room, and I would like do little sessions for them. And they knew I was the tarot woman. They knew I was the tarot woman, the tarot girl. Okay, so it's been a while, and I kind of burned out. I kind of like I got burned out, and then I needed a break from the tarot cards. But yeah, we're back at it now. All right, let's see. Let's start with Capricorn. Capricorn, let's see any messages for you, Capricorn. Any channel messages for Capricorn. I'm my how do you say it? My ascendant, my rising sign is Capricorn. So I have my south node on Leo, and then I have my north node in Aquarius, which is interesting because I'm starting to feel very Aquarian now. I was very much a Leo in the past, like for and Cancer. Like I felt like in my natal chart said I was very much a Cancer, but then I started to feel very much of a Leo, and then now I feel very Capricorn. I don't know, it's Capricorn and Aquarius, so it's like a mix of both. Like I'm supposed to learn to the Capricorn ways, and I'm supposed to be like humanitarian or part of a new age or like innovation and technology and like part of that, or just be very Aquarian. I don't know. So yeah, so I love anything to do with technology and things are high advance or something like that. I don't know. Well, I mean, I know a bit about it. I mean, I'm not an astrologer, but I know astrology in a fairly decent way. Like I know astrology, but not advanced, I know my basics. Okay. All right, Capricorn, let's see what's in store for you for the week. I'll just take 3 cards and then 1 card for healing. I'm going to do this fast or else I'm going to run out of time. Okay, Cap, we have 7 of Wands. We have the 7 of Wands. We have the 10 of Coins. And we have the Hierophant. Okay, it feels so good to use new cards. I was so tired of using the Witch's Tarot. I just needed a break from that. All right, so Capricorn, 7 of Wands. So you're working really hard. You're working really hard to achieve something. I feel like it's been quite an obstacle to accomplish your goals. It hasn't been quite easy for you, Capricorn. It's been quite challenging, actually, to accomplish certain things. And you're a workaholic, but at the same time, you work really hard. It's not like you're a workaholic because you just love work. You love work and you love perfecting your skills. You love putting that effort in. You love to put all the extra hours. You're the type that works overtime, staying late at work or perfecting your projects or your skills, right? So you're there and you're very strong. You have a strong skill. You're good at what you do. You're strong in terms of your crafts, right? And but there's been some obstacles. It hasn't been easy for you to accomplish certain things, a lot of adversity. I see adversity for you, Cap, like a lot of struggles and things never going right for you. Like it's like you're trying to build a foundation for yourself, Capricorn, but it's just so hard to progress in your foundation. There's just a lot of rocky roads. It's like crumbling stones. Gives me the feeling of like your foundation keeps cracking. There's just so much adversity and obstacles during your way, and you feel like that. But you're just so strong and you're so determined, Capricorn. You see, there's the sun up there. You just have so much strength. You're so determined to accomplish your goals. You're so determined to make your foundation work, right? So despite the adversity being really kind of hitting you hard, it doesn't compare to the strength that you have internally. You have a very strong internal strength. The sun sign right there for you. You probably are a very strong sun sign. That's what I feel. Right. And then so this week you're going to be working really hard to show yourself, to kind of prove yourself and not let your foundation crumble. Despite you going through adversity, you are very determined to still build your foundation and to accomplish what you want to do. So I do see you working really hard this week. It does take time. You do have to be a little bit patient regarding what you're trying to build. Even though you're kind of pushing forward, there is a level of patience that you have to also consider regarding building your foundation. So there is a level of patience that you have to kind of accept, that there's a slow progress to this because it's earth element. Earth elements are all about earth and slow progress, like a plant. So you have to realize that this is also a plant. So I do feel like a calming, grounding feeling now, calming energy of an earth, earth essence, earth element. And earth is all about slow progress, like a plant, the foundation moving slowly but stable. Right. So also the lesson is try not to be too impulsive and try not to rush too much in regards to what you're building. Because sometimes when we rush into things, that's when things start to get really rocky, because the foundation has to be solidified and it takes time to solidify something. If we rush into it too quickly and we don't give it the time to solidify, it's going to crack. So that's also another message I feel. Okay. Now I have the 10 of coins. 10 of coins. So 10 of coins is telling me that there is a level of foundation that you progressed already. So I do feel like you've progressed in what you were doing. You've achieved a lot in your life. You have a status, Capricorn. You have a status. You've built your wealth. You built your savings. You built your reputation. If you you've been working on yourself a lot. People know you already, Capricorn, and you've earned it because you work really hard. You're one of the hard-working zodiacs, So I do feel you kind of embracing and establishing yourself, right? So things are quite solid for you. You feel like you established yourself, right? See, so here you are quite established. You're enjoying the fruits of your labor. You have this kind of reputation. People are admiring you, as well as younger people, like younger generations, younger people. They're approaching you more to ask advice and what they need to do. So there is a sense of respect that you have amongst people, amongst your peers, or amongst younger people that will approach you this week as well. Now you have the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about belief systems, is about your morality and your conduct. It's about how you portray yourself in culturally or religiously or spiritually. So whatever your beliefs are, you're going to tune into it this week. You're going to tune into either your religion, your belief systems, your spirituality, and work on your perhaps morality, kind of work on yourself, self-development, work reading books, trying to perfect yourself, trying to make yourself a better person. If you're into, maybe meditation, whatever your practices are, you're going to be focused on that. So this week, I feel like a lot of hard work. You're going to be building something very solid, and it's going to take time. And despite the struggles of building this foundation that you're building, you're quite determined to make it happen. And you have a lot of support around you because of your reputation and what you've built throughout the years, and a lot of respect. And you have probably a partner who respects you because they have their hand over your shoulder too, seeing that they have that support. They support you in what you do. Okay, whether it's male, female, and that's going to help you kind of tune into yourself to kind of find your belief systems again, and kind of to mold yourself a bit more, to work on yourself a little bit more, just because things have been a little bit chaotic, right? So you kind of need to tune into your inner spirituality or religion in order to kind of release that pain or release that struggle that you're going through. Okay, let's take one card out for healing, Capricorn. Also, I'm going to put a link here. Right here. So if you would like to support what I do, if you would like to support my channel or tarot readings, you can help as well, and you can donate here on my PayPal account. So if you like to support what I do, support channel and my tarot readings, I left my PayPal account there, and any amount I would appreciate it, and would help me progress in my little business that I have here that I haven't done for a while. So it'd be nice to progress on my business again and doing tarot readings. And yeah, if you like to support me, you can click on the button there. Oh, I just realized a lot of the cards here are mixed. There's mixed cards here. They want to sneak in. Okay, I'm going to take these cards out. These are the Psychic Tarot. Today I was like, I'm not going to do the Psychic Tarot today. I will not do the Psychic Tarot reading today. And and then it's like, no, we're coming in we're gonna invade your cards. Okay. Let's take a card out for Capricorn. We have trust. So trust in yourself, trust in what you're trying to do and what you're trying to build. Things may not be working out for you in the beginning, but that doesn't mean that you need to give up. Just trust in the process. Kind of be like the Fool. Just go along with the present. Just flow with things. Try not to stress yourself too much with what's happening. Just let the universe guide you, and like a stream, pull you in certain directions that you didn't think that you would possibly go to. Just try something out. And if an event comes up, go to that event. That can lead to something, and that can lead to something, and that can lead to something. So if you meet up with a friend, meet up with them. That's probably going to connect you with an opportunity or something that you're trying to build really hard. So the cards, what they're trying to say is flow with things. So that's the healing message. Just don't stress too much over the present. Just flow with the present, and any opportunity that comes, just flow like the stream with it, and it's going to guide you. It's the universe kind of directing you to a certain direction. That's going to help you instead of being stagnant in a stressful energy. It's not going to progress. You're not going to progress anywhere. But if you flow and you get out of that stressful energy and you just jump in the stream of water, it's going to direct you to something. Okay, so that's the message, is trust the process. Don't stress too much, and just flow with things. Okay, just flow with things. Okay, so that's the message for Capricorn. So we're going to go to the next zodiac sign. So just flow. You're going to see there's going to be some sort of opportunity that's going to come up for you. I feel like it has something to do with the people around you, like the sense of respect, that support group. I feel it's a support group. You might encounter a support group, which is why it could either be, I think it might be regarding the religion or the spiritual message that we have here regarding your religion or your spirituality or your community, like-minded community. That can be also that you may be led to something like that in order to help the obstacle that you're going through because of the severe situation that you're going through, this adversity, right? You may need some sort of kind of like a higher support system, so, and I think that's gonna come soon for you, Capricorn, this week. Okay, which is why I see you at the end of the week kind of tuning into that part of you. Okay, so let's do Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Let's see what messages we have for you. down here. Okay, I didn't write that down, so I'm gonna write it down there. Okay. All right, Taurus. So we have the 9 of coins, the Queen of coins, and the 2 of swords. 9 of coins. So yeah, I feel like Taurus, you're really enjoying the fruits of your labor. So I feel like it's a time for you to kind of wind down. I feel you worked a lot in the past, in the past couple of years. You've really kind of showed yourself. You really kind of build yourself. You build your reputation, your status as well. You worked really hard on your projects, on your business perhaps. And now you're just like ripening. It's like you're ripening the fruits of your labor, and you're kind of enjoying the element around you. You're enjoying the hard work that you put into things. You've are growing your crops, and you are actually enjoying the crops, right? And you're kind of winding down. You're not as stressed. I see you interacting with other people as well. You're not just enjoying by yourself. You're enjoying with other people. I see a Queen of coins here, so I see a Queen of pentacles. So as a 9 of coins is about you kind of showing yourself and your reputation, who you are, and other people are going to see that. Other people are going to kind of like admire you and kind of appreciate you. I feel like you're going to be interacting with quite a few people. I do see another individual here that you're interacting with. One person is going to be more resourceful in a sense, where they're going to be kind of assisting you in your endeavors, assisting you in your projects, assisting you in some sort of investment for yourself, right? This person is quite practical. This woman is quite practical. She's quite grounded. She's quite reliable. Who you're interacting with, Taurus, you have quite a reliable person, connection, a network, or just a friend or a family member. But I feel like somebody is more connected to your work or your business. So she's quite reliable, and in terms of what you're trying to build. Okay, and then at the side, aside from that, Taurus, there is another person though that is quite resentful of you. So there is an individual that is kind of pulling back from kind of the interaction with you, Taurus. I feel they're kind of closed their hearts. There's quite some anger that they still have regarding a situation that you've dealt with, regarding an obstacle or a dispute with this person. There is quite this person is quite kind of pulled back from you, but there is a level of like, I see you wanting to approach them. Like, I feel like you want to kind of fix the situation, the situation that happened with you and this person. But it feels like it's quite difficult just because there's just so much resentment. I feel like this person is very resentful of you, Taurus. So it's going to take some time to kind of heal the relationship with this person, Taurus. So it'll take some time to heal the friendship, to feel the connection with this individual. This person wants to kind of isolate themselves right now. They don't really want to interact with you. They just want to be on their own and kind of reflect and go within what had happened between maybe you and between them and you. So they're kind of crossed off. But it's not like the relationship is going to cut off. I feel like the relationship is still strong. I feel like they're still kind of like, there's still quite a strong bond between you two, right? There is a strong bond, but there is a lot of resentment, with the fire. I see the fire. And, you're more focused in your practical endeavors, more focused in what you've built here, right? So despite you wanting to fix things with this person, you're pulling back also because you're quite more focused in your practical endeavors. And because you're more focused and you're practical and devious, you're going to be interacting with this individual more. Okay, and this person's going to be quite resourceful, there's going to be quite, there's going to be a sort of, there's going to be more information being given to you with this person. This person is going to be resourceful, and they're going to also be quite informative, or what's that word? Yeah, they have the gold in their hand. They have the gold, and they're willing to give you their gold because this woman knows her stuff, or it could be a male too. But and it's kind of like the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles has done things already and have established himself already, and could give advice now and can show you, the steps and what you need to do to perfect your skills and everything. And the Queen of Pentacles is also like that, and she's a person who is quite resourceful and knows her craft and is willing to teach you and help you and guide you, or give some insightful information that can help you regarding what you're trying to build. Okay, so this is why I feel like you're kind of easing down and you're kind of just enjoying the people around you. Okay. All right, Taurus, so that's quite good information for you. Kind of just see you kind of enjoying the fruits of your labor, and working with people, working on a project, working on maybe collaborating. I feel like it's collaboration, like you're collaborating with a group of people or collaborating with an individual in particular, an individual who's helping you a lot. And but this individual who's still very resentful of you is kind of like, it's really kind of pulling you, it's really kind of throwing you off. You're not at ease because of that. And there is quite a strong emotion you have with this person. You have a strong emotion for this person. But give it time, okay? I think this person needs to kind of pull back a bit, and they need their space. So let's see. Okay, healing messages. We have Blossom. Okay, that's nice. So we have Blossom. So I feel this is a time for you, Taurus, to kind of bloom, and anything that you've never felt like you fully kind of developed yourself, you're now developing. You're kind of like embracing these new parts of you. Maybe there was a time where you wanted to do certain things, but you couldn't because you weren't ready. And I feel like now it's a chance you're being given an opportunity to do those things that you couldn't do before, Taurus. So you were like, probably, maybe this is why you have this connection with this individual helping you, right? Because there's a sense of like finally being ready to do something that you felt that you weren't ready before. And now it's like kind of like, it's like slowly kind of growing and growing, and it's like finally it's blossoming. I feel like now you have all the tools on the table for you, Taurus. So that's gonna also help you with whatever you're trying to build, okay? So the healing message is blossom. Allow yourself to go to different paths that you never went to before, because you're ready now. Before, when you were scared and you were afraid to take those risks, you were afraid to kind of take on that step, you were afraid to make that jump before. Now you can make the jump because now you feel ready, because now I feel like you're ripe. So okay, because I could say a flower blossoming, right? But I get more of the feeling of like an avocado ripening. So the maturity, the avocado has riped, right? And now you can like cut it and like enjoy the avocado, right? So you're ready, like you've blossomed in a way. So now you're ready to kind of do those things because you've reached a certain level of maturity, or you've developed certain skills, or you're just ready now. You've blossomed, okay? You've riped, okay? That's the feeling I get for this week. So don't be afraid to take on those risks. that was pulling you back before because you were afraid. Because you were afraid that you were probably not ready. But you're ready now. That's the feeling I get, Taurus, is that you're ready. Okay? All right, Virgo. So on to you now. Let's see, Virgo, what messages there is for Virgo. I hear fireworks. It's probably fireworks. Like, why is there fireworks here? This is an isolated place. It's like an island. Why are fireworks here? Possible. No fireworks. Okay, let's see. Virgo. What messages we have for Virgo? Oh, that one wants to jump out. Let's see. Ooh, 10 of Wands. Okay, 10 of Wands. The High Priestess and the Page of Wands. So, let's see. Virgo, it's been quite a challenge for you. Yeah, it's been quite a challenge for you. You've been quite busy, quite a lot of load on your shoulder, Virgo. There's just been a lot of things overbearing, exhausting, a lot of things kind of like pushing you, crushing you down, exhausting you that you feel like a skeleton. You're so worn out by everything. It's just been such an exhausting time. And it's been a lot of work that you've had to deal with and that you had to carry over your shoulder with. So a lot of things are kind of, you're kind of reaching your limit with things. It's just really exhausting. Like you can't take it anymore. Like you don't want to do this anymore. It's just so overbearing. You just want to leave, or that's kind of like the feeling I get. It's like, it's too much. Virgo, is too much. It's like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's like, that's the feeling that I get from you, Virgo. It's that you just want to break free from that. And it's extremely exhausting and it's extremely overbearing. And you don't want to carry those wants anymore. It's too much, maybe too much overtime, too much. Maybe you have 3 jobs or maybe too much responsibilities. And it's just crushing you. Like you feel super crushed to the point that it's affecting your mental health. Okay, Virgo. So it's something that to take notice of and to be kind of cautious of. And to kind of think about it and think, should I continue doing this? Should I do something about it, or should I leave, or should I consider being more flexible with the situation, right? Because this is extremely overbearing, okay? So probably, it's a very crushing. It's affecting your mental health, Virgo. But there's a level of intuition that is within you that is kind of easing things down for you. It's kind of making you understand what's happening, and it's kind of easing the situation for you. The High Priestess is all about the inner world, the psychic world. Maybe you're getting a lot of visions, dreams about what's happening and how things are going to progress for you. So you kind of have like an inner gut feeling that you just need to probably push a little bit further, and then you're going to liberate yourself. So I feel like it's just a matter of time, divine timing. You're getting a lot of psychic messages. You're getting maybe counseling or messages from an individual kind of guiding you in the process of it, right? So there is a level of intuition that is happening here that it's kind of making you ease down a bit. So it's kind of calming you down with the situation. There's a level of there's a serene kind of feeling in this week that is going to make you feel a little bit calm and relaxed about the situation and not as panicking as before. Like you're going to ease into the week feeling a little bit more serene about the matter. Okay, so don't stress too much, Virgo. I feel like things are going to calm down for you. It's just a matter of like being patient, Virgo, being patient about the situation. I know you can't handle it anymore, but it's going to ease through the week. I feel like things are going to ease for you throughout the week, and you're going to be quite happy of the outcome after that. Okay, so it's like telling you wait a little longer. wait a little longer. Something's going to happen. You're going to see. Just wait a little longer. Something's going to happen. You're going to see the results. Okay. So, and then Page of Wands, you're going to see the results. You're going to be quite happy. You're going to be quite excited. You're going to see the first signs of the results of what you've been doing. So Page of Wands is also about kind of like experimenting on something new. Maybe I feel like you might get a new position regarding, if it's related to work, it's probably telling you to kind of just hold on a little bit longer, because at the end of it, you're going to be kind of free from it and you're going to get something better. You're going to get probably another better job position, another opportunity, but something's going to liberate you. So it's something, if it's not regarding job, if it's regarding a situation that it was quite a burden, wait for a bit. That's what the priestess is saying. There's an inner message. There's a reason for this. And then you're going to be quite free from it after. Okay, I do see you kind of working on something different, a new endeavor, exploring something different, something that you haven't done before. It's like a new endeavor that you haven't experimented on yet, but now you have like the opportunity to experiment it. Okay, and that's what I see for you, Virgo. So let's see messages. What are messages from the Psychic Tarot of the Heart? We have moving on. So you have moving on. So the feeling I get for this is that there's been a lot of situations that's been exhausting you also regarding family matters. So probably situations regarding your friends or regarding like people. Okay. It can also be regarding people. And it's been quite a draining experience for you, Virgo, that it feels like you're throwing. Okay. It can also be regarding people. And it's been quite a draining experience for you, Virgo, that it feels like you're throwing in the towel now and you want to kind of release it and let it go and move on. You kind of had enough, right? Because it's kind of tormenting you in a way, right? You just can't handle it anymore. And I think it's time to kind of release it and move on, Virgo. And you're kind of pushing it aside. You're probably moving out. You're probably, going somewhere far away, or you're disconnecting yourself, simply just disconnecting yourself from them. And you're kind of releasing them and you're kind of saying goodbye to them, or releasing what you've been going through. Okay. So that's what I see for you, Virgo. I feel like you're moving on. You're kind of letting go of things that you've outgrown. You've outgrown a situation. You've outgrown, maybe a relationship, or maybe you've outgrown a situation regarding family matters, right? And probably you just need to kind of just wind down and move forward and focus on something else, right? So I feel like that's going to be for you for this week, Virgo. I think you're going to be able to kind of release certain things that's been quite draining, that you can't handle anymore. Right, but you're also going to receive a lot of messages, intuitive message, psychic messages, or just a gut feeling telling you to hold on and wait for a bit, because something's going to come out of the situation. Something good is going to come out of it, right? So, and I do see you feeling a lot better at the end of the week, a lot more kind of liberated from a situation, Virgo. Okay, and it looks like you're quite excited and you're exploring kind of new things now. That's what I see for you. Okay, Virgo. All right, next is Aries. So let's see. Messages for Aries. So we are doing the fire signs. Where are my fire signs, babies? Fire signs. Oh, probably nobody's here because it's the first time I'm doing a reading after a while. So I'm breaking the ice. I'm like, hey, everybody, I'm here. I'm going to be consistent now because I'm feeling better now to do readings. Okay. All right, Aries, let's see what messages we have for you for this week. Okay. All right, so we have Two of Swords. So there's a little bit of pulling back towards people or situation with you, Aries. You are kind of a little resentful about situations. You're kind of a little bit emotionally distant with other people. Kind of pulling back, kind of like I said, there is a situation that has kind of hurt you, and you're kind of pulling back now. You're kind of you're just introspecting. You're trying to see what happened. You're trying to reflect on the past. You're using your intuition. You're kind of like the high priestess right now, where you're trying to find inner messages and trying to see the reason why these things happen to you, right? Trying to reflect why these situations happen to you. Why did this happen? Why were these lessons so strong? Why were they so challenging? Why did I have to go through this? Or why is it that these patterns keep repeating? Okay, so this is a message for Aries, is kind of looking within now and looking within your inner world and trying to find intuitive and psychic messages telling you kind of like a lesson, kind of like reflecting on things. And sometimes it's hard to reflect on certain things. Sometimes we repeat things, and things get repeated in our lives that can be quite devastating. It could be quite a devastating situation. And what I do when I'm in that situation, I write things down and I say, why does this repeat? Or why do I react in that way? What is it in my past that happened that triggers me in such a strong way, emotional way? And so those are lessons, because if I resolve that part of myself, I can break free from that lesson, and those lessons don't need to repeat themselves. So these lessons keep repeating because you haven't learned the lesson. So once you learn the lesson, it's kind of like you release something. The karma or the lesson kind of dissolves because you finally kind of overcome something, and that karma or that situation doesn't keep repeating anymore. So that's something that you have to reflect, and you have to kind of figure in within your inner world and see, why does this happen? Why does this keep repeating? Or why do people kind of hurt me in this way? Or why do I feel betrayed? Or why do I feel like so hurt by this situation? Why do I feel so hurt by this person? Why do I feel so hurt by this situation? Why does this hurt me? Why am I pulled back? Why am I pulling back? Why did this hurt me so much? Right? So that's the kind of questions you have to ask yourself, Aries, is kind of introspecting and seeing if there's more emotional trauma. Was there an emotional trauma in the past? Was there something that triggers you? Is it because of respect? Is it because you need to be respected? Is it because you need to be loved? Is it because you felt never validated? Is it because you never felt like, is it because you felt abandoned? Is it because you felt etc., etc., etc.? So whatever situation, it's time to reflect on it this week. Okay, that's what it's saying. And why you're pulling back. And why is that so much of the fire so much anger has developed within you to resolve that. Okay. We have the Page of Cups also. Page of Cups. Okay. So the Page of Cups is saying about an emotional new offer, a new opportunity coming your way, an emotional opportunity, an emotional fulfillment, a gesture of friendship. So despite things being quite painful for you in the past regarding relationships, regarding friendships, regarding family members, there is an opportunity for you, Aries, to kind of heal from that. And the Page of Cups is someone that is, a kind of like a healing energy. It could be a new friend, a new friendship, a new interaction that feels very kind of familiar, like family almost, right? Or new connection that can help you resolve that pain, Aries. So there is a new opportunity coming for you regarding relationships and friendships. Kind of like there's a sense of innocence to this connection. It could be that this person could be the bridge to something new, whereas before your previous connections were quite painful and hurtful, and you feel quite betrayed as well, quite betrayed about the situation with your past. But the Page of Cups talks about this week kind connecting with someone that will help you trust again. That's what I feel, because I feel like you don't trust, but there's going to be an individual who will help you trust again, who will kind of lend a hand and be like, hey, it's like connecting again, networking, meeting new friends, meeting new people that feel like family, that's quite healing, and it can be transformative. But it's small steps. It's like you have to open slowly. You can't fully open. You have to kind of open slowly. Okay, open yourself slowly. And this person doesn't seem, how do you say it? This person seems safe, right? So like a friend that seems safe this time, that someone you can trust, or a connection or a network you can trust, or a friendship or a family member that you can trust. Okay, so that pain, that fire slowly calming down, right? And then there's like these gentle waters around, and feels like you can start again, right? And you don't have to like suffer anymore. You can start again. Okay. And then we have the Justice card, which is all about situations kind of balancing themselves out for you. So you're feeling quite balanced now. You're feeling kind of like things are resolving themselves. You're getting quite the justice that you need. Things that didn't work out for you are working out for you, perhaps in the past, why you were so resentful of a situation, things not working out for you, being treated unfairly, being mistreated, being mistreated probably at work, or being mistreated by other people. Suddenly now there's going to be a level of justice in your life. Like something's going to come this week that you will feel like, finally I have like my justice. I got my fairness. Finally I am getting what I deserve. Finally I'm healing from that betrayal, or finally I'm healing from my past experiences and my jobs. I'm being validated more. I'm being respected more. I'm being appreciated more, right? Or finally people are good around me. I can trust these people. They're how do you say it? They're safe, So this feeling of like, should I or should I not, right? The answer is yes. They're safe. Yeah, you can get close to them and embrace those new opportunities, because they are, how do you say it? They are fair. They're in your favor. These opportunities are in your favor now, Aries. Okay. All right, Aries. So let's see what healing messages we have for you. This is why I feel like, it's such a good energy for you, Aries. Such a finally, like finally, shine, like finally be yourself, finally shine. You're just so like emotional fulfillment. Finally, you're receiving emotional fulfillment this week, Aries. I feel like a lot of things have been quite painful. You've been feeling quite betrayed or hurt from the past. And, you feel a little bit more liberated now. You feel free. You feel like you're enjoying yourself. You're enjoying the situation around you. You feel like an inner light coming in your heart space. Your heart is blossoming again. Your heart chakra, I feel like your heart chakra is blooming again. So if you felt like your heart chakra was closed and it was dark and pain, I feel like now it's like, it's not in pain anymore. That's what I feel. It's like shine, like I'm healing my heart space. My heart chakra is healing. I feel much more better. I feel all these people, they're good, I can trust them. They're safe, right? Oh, I'm being like appreciated for what I do. Okay, I have justice in my favor. If you were dealing with legal situations, finally I have the justice I deserve, Aries. So yeah, that's what I feel. I feel like now it's going to be a good opportunity for you to kind of embrace yourself and be you, love again, love other people. And it doesn't have to be romantic. I mean, People think, oh, love me, is he gonna hurt me, betray me? No, it's love is love. Love is like you can love people again, or you feel like it's safe for you to love others, right? People can, love you. So it's like it's safe to do it. Maybe you were in a space that didn't allow you to open your heart, didn't allow you to love others, and you had to close. And now you will be in a space this week where it will like open, right? So yeah, that's what it is, Aries. So that's your message, Aries. It's quite a nice week for you. I hope you heal this week. It looks like you're gonna heal, okay? All right, Sagittarius. Oh wait, Leo. Oops, I was skipping mine. I'm like, let's skip mine. I'm a Leo too, so I'm a Leo too. I'm like, I skipped to 10. Why did I subconsciously skipped Leo and went straight to Sagittarius? Okay, let's. Leo. Leo, sun sign. All right, Leo. Let's see. Let's start reading this week. Okay. I mean, I know a lot of Leos, so my intention is for them, for their reading. If they see this video and so I'm setting my intention for all those Leos that want to know what's happening this week. Okay. All right, my Leo babies. Let's see. Okay, 10 of coins. Ooh. Eight of swords. And 4 of cups. Okay. 10 of coins. Leo, you got your reputation. You got all set. People know you. You're well off. People respect you. People know who you are. You have your pentacles. You have your status. You have your reputation. You worked really hard. You have all the right to be prideful in what you've accomplished, Aries. You've achieved a lot. You're quite a strong individual, right? And people can see it. People can see it. People can see who you are. People respect you, right? And if you may not feel respected, this week I feel like, I think this week you will feel a level of respect. And if it's not this week, I do feel like the coming weeks, the coming month or two, there's going to be a feeling of respect. And because I feel like you haven't felt like that for a while, Leo, but I feel like you will get that soon, because there is, whether you believe it or not, there is a lot of respect around you. People do respect you. And, there are people who admire you and want to ask for advice, people who, want to be under you, or people who want to be like you, or just people who just simply like what you do and respect you, right? Or people at work doing that. So there is kind of like a level of support from other people, family or friends, or loved ones, or relationship or spouse that kind of are supporting you this week, to make you feel like that, to make you feel like you've established a lot, that you have a strong foundation, Leos, that you've built your coins. And I think you're going to feel this week, you're going to feel like that. You're going to feel like you've achieved a lot, and you're going to see like evidence that from others to kind of validate that for you. And I feel like this week there's going to be kind of a sense of validation of what you are and what you do. Whether you don't think or feel that people see that in you, you're going to see that people do see that a lot in you. And there is a kind of like a respect that they have for you. And not only that, but you're going to feel like, you have your reputation solid as a Leo, right? So 10 of coins, okay? 4 of cups. Although, things are working out for you, there is a level of dissatisfaction that is happening in your personal life, maybe. I feel like there is a level of dissatisfaction, or kind of like a feeling of whether I should take on this opportunity. Will this fulfill me? So there is a sense of like understanding where you come from, what you are. And it's almost as if it's not really that you're looking for more reputation and more success, or like trying to build yourself to be more known, or trying to, it's not really that. I feel like you're looking for emotional fulfillment. And that's what I see for you, Leo. I feel like you're trying to find a situation, an opportunity that gives you happiness. Like you're trying to find happiness. That's what you really want. You're trying to find emotional fulfillment. You're trying to find a sense of happiness in what you're doing. So you're trying to find something that can bring you that inner joy. And so you've been doing quite a few things I see here, these cups here, that kind of bring you that kind of fulfillment. Your projects, perhaps, certain like a creative craft that you're doing here, right? Working on some sort of creative craft, something that's creative, right? So that's what you're working on behind the scenes, seeing that this will bring kind of an emotional fulfillment. You're working on other things that bring emotional fulfillment, right? You do have your cups here, your pro, but there's something about these cups or these endeavors that is not still bringing you that satisfaction. It's not bringing you that emotional fulfillment. The projects that you used to be so obsessive over, the projects that you dreamed of accomplishing or working or trying to invest in, it probably is not spiking up that passion that you used to have. Okay, or something that you're doing on the side. Whatever you're doing in your career or job, there's something on the side from that you've been working on, and you are quite focused on it, Leo. But there's just something about it that is not bringing you that emotional fulfillment. But there is an opportunity here, though, for you coming this week. That's why you're kind of hesitant. Is like, this opportunity, will it bring that fulfillment that I'm looking for, right? And you're kind of dismissing it a bit. You're kind of feeling, well, maybe it won't bring that fulfillment or the results I want. But don't dismiss it. Don't dismiss it, Leo, because that opportunity can actually be quite fulfilling. Maybe it could be a business endeavor. It can be another project. It can be somebody. It can be somebody that is, how do you say it? Maybe it could be a job opportunity, right? So just don't dismiss opportunities this week, Leo. I feel like there's something coming up for you. And while you're putting all your focus in something that you've already developed, there's something coming also, but you're just so focused in what you're doing now that you may dismiss this opportunity. So don't dismiss it. That's the message for Leo. Don't dismiss this opportunity that's coming, right? And don't also push people away. So, Leos, I feel like there's a feeling of like, there's a lot of pain and resentment that you have towards other people as well for what has happened to you in the past, Leo. So the Queen of Swords, there is a sense of, there's like your heart very cold, like it's a very stone heart now, right? You have a heart of stone in a way. Like it's just a lot of things have happened to you, Leos, and there's like a feeling of wanting to pull back from everyone, or wanting to pull back from opportunities sometimes, right? And wanting to kind of and just isolate yourself completely. It's kind of like the Two of Swords, but it's a bit more intense. So, the Queen of Swords is the Queen of Swords. It's like the Two of Swords, the card that we had for the other zodiacs earlier, but it's a little bit more intense. It's like 10 times more intense. Like the coldness, the resentment, the feeling of betrayal. It's been so much that they've become the Queen of Swords. They become the Queen of Ice. They become Stone Heart. It's like Ice Heart, because it's just been so overwhelming for you, Leo. So much things have happened to you, Leo. So much that it's quite difficult for people to comprehend what you've been through. It's not, you can't just, and Leos are quite strong people. I'm saying this because I know my Leos out there, and I know how strong they are, and I know how powerful they are, and I know how determined and strong people they are. And I know that they've probably been through a lot worse than other people have gone through. And they pull through because they're just so strong. But, you know, the downfall is that they've been broken so much that they become the Queen of Swords. So it's kind of like a challenge because Leos are very warm-hearted. They're very welcoming, and they have such a big heart. But a lot of them, they do feel, you know, a lot of them are betrayed by their nature, or taken advantage of them. Of them, people take advantage of them, right? And they have to pull through and fight through the challenges, right? So that can be your block this week, Leo. Is the block of your heart, you know? So your heart is going to be very blocked this week, but there's going to be like an opportunity this week for you to kind of like unblock the heart, you know. But it's just that the it's just so painful. It's just no, right? But it's just, you know, it's that, and it's the opportunity that's coming. That's why it's so hard for you to kind of accept that. I mean, you're accepting that opportunity, that cup, but at the same time, it's hard to break that stone feeling that you have inside of you. You're just so cautious now, right? But because you have such a strong support system around you with other people, with your reputation, and warmth and emotional support from your spouse and people around you, that's going to help ease the Queen of Swords inside of you. It's gonna kind of melt you away. So don't let this be the block of your connections with others that want to help you, and don't let it be a block with an emotional opportunity that may come your way regarding your job, regarding a business or project. Okay, so don't stay as the Queen of Swords. Okay. Hey, Mr. Asabagit, KM5137. How you doing? How's it going? It's going good. It's been 1 hour doing the readings, so I'm glad somebody messaged within the 1 hour. It's been a while since I've done a reading. Warming up here. We do Gemini. Oh, Gemini comes. Well, I can do Gemini for you because you messaged. So if anybody sees the chat and requests the reading, so we can prioritize you. So I'll just wrap up with Sagittarius. Well, I'm doing a Leo reading right now, and then I'll do Sagittarius, and then I'll do Gemini right away. How about that? Okay, I'll do that one. All right, so let's see one healing message for Leo. Okay, we have waiting results. So waiting results. So I feel like what you're trying to build here, I think it's been draining you a bit. You've been less motivated, right? That's why the satisfaction feeling comes. You've been less motivated because it takes such a long time, because a lot of obstacles, or probably it takes a while to build what you want to build. Never had the opportunity. So you kind of become numb to the situation of what you're trying to build. I think it's a numbness, right? And, you know, that comes from the Queen of Swords, the numbness, right? But like I said, if you're persistent and you don't give up, you're going to see results. And it's because you've been waiting for such a long time for the results. That's why it's been numbed, or that's why it's been like difficult to progress further in what you want to create, because it's just been taking a while, and you get numb because of it, right? So, but it's here. The healing message is keep waiting results, like a plant. It slowly grows, and it's a golden tree. It's a golden tree. It's a golden ideas. Don't give up on your golden ideas, Leo. They're golden. They're golden ideas. Don't give up on those ideas. Keep working on it. You know, things that are great take a while to build. Waiting results, okay? It takes a while. And that's why it's being persistent, and even though you've become numb to the situation, keep on going, because you're going to see the results in the future, okay? It's been quite draining and tiring, but you're going to see the results. Just don't give up. Keep waiting. It's growing. You know, it's not like it's not growing or stagnant and never going to happen. No, it's growing, you know? It's like a golden tree, and it's going to warm up your heart also. See, your own projects and what you're creating on the side, that's going to be kind of the blossoming of your heart again, right? You don't need to be the Queen of Swords anymore, right? All right, Leo, so let's go to Sagittarius. After Sagittarius, we're going to go straight to Gemini, okay? And if you guys want me to skip other zodiac signs, just message me here, and I'll go straight to your reading, okay? And again, if you would like to support what I do, support my channel or tarot reading, you can help donate. Any amount I would appreciate. With any donations, that would help too, just to help build my little business that I have here as a tarot reader. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, let's see what we have in store for you. Okay, so we have some quite heavy energies here. The message here. We have the message here. So there has been some sort of dispute. I just took 3 cards, but that card really popped out. There has been some sort of arguments and disputes with other people, Sagittarius. It's been quite shocking. It's been quite a hit for you. It's been quite like very hard hits. That's what I feel like. One hit after another. That's what I feel for you, which is why you have the Death card here, right? Things that need to end, things that need to transform, things that need to transition. It's just so much. It's just so overwhelming. It's just, I just get the card here. It's been so emotionally draining for you, Sagittarius, that it's just, you can't handle it anymore. It's like, probably regarding an individual, because I see an individual here, and then I see the individual behind here. So it could be something regarding a relationship, could be a spouse, Sagittarius, could be somebody from work or somebody you're dealing with in your personal life, that it's just one hit after another. There's just major hits that you have to kind of resolve, and it's kind of like that you need to overcome. That's what I feel, because it's really affecting you emotionally. Like, you have the Queen of Swords also, just like the Leo card. You have the Queen of Swords, and that's really kind of been impacting you, one impact after another. Okay, and this is kind of forcing you to kind of change things or let go of things, forcing you to have some sort of transformation, forcing you to get out of a situation that could be quite toxic for you, Sagittarius. It is quite toxic. It is a feeling of like betrayal. There is a sense of betrayal with this person, with this individual. You do feel quite betrayed by this person here, and it's just it can be quite devastating for you. It's quite devastating, and you want to do something about it. You want to do something about this person or this individual that is quite impacting you so much. They're not well. I feel like it's a person that is not well, like mentally. That's what I feel. Not well mentally. I don't know many Sagittarius, but like, yeah, it's impacting you and it's changing you, and it's, that's why I'm telling you, Queen of Swords is serious business. Queens of Swords don't just go through little disputes and arguments. Queen of Swords really do receive major impacts, like major devastating impacts, very major devastating betrayals, like overwhelming of emotions. Is like, yeah, no, it's like no, I won't compare to her. No, I'm not going to say what the character is. No, because this is different. Because Queen of Swords, they're not fully, not fully her, but there is intensity, you know, there is a hurt, it's intense things, you know, you're dealing with maybe hostile people around you, you know, maybe they're kind of like villains, you know, around you, they're skeletons, you know. They give me villain vibes, you know, they give me villain vibes, you know, they give me like, you know, the story of Horus, right, with Isis and Horus, how like how Isis was betrayed, or you know, they killed her husband, and they killed their husband for a million pieces, you know. So it's like, yeah. So it's devastating, but this is obviously nobody got hurt. Like the reading that I'm doing for the Sagittarius is metaphorical, you know. It could be just telling you that whatever is happening around you, you have to take action upon it. You have to do something about it. This is serious, you know. It's devastating, and this is what's making you the Queen of Swords. You have to take action upon it. You have to talk to someone. You have to talk to someone about this. This is not normal. This is not safe, and this is like, you need, like, I don't know if you need to talk to the authorities or something, but this is something that you need to talk to someone about. This is serious. So it's and that's why there is a death energy. There's a sense of transformation that you need to go through. Okay, but there is going to be a sense of liberation. Okay, there is going to be a sense of relief after this week. There's just going to be another wave that you are going through, Sagittarius, that is going to remind you that you need to take action upon something, right? That's not normal. And the sun is saying that there will be somebody around you that is quite comforting, quite safe, quite protective. This person is a quite protective individual. This person is safe. This person is strong. A very strong person is going to appear at the end of the week for you, or in the coming weeks. So talk to this person about it. This person is going to help free you from a situation, liberate you from a situation, give you an opportunity. It's called, you know, the sun. The sun is like an answer, like a yes to your what you were pondering, what you were thinking, what you were wondering. The answer is yes, you know. So, you know, it could be a new relationship, you know, leaving a toxic relationship, going with a new person, right? Or it could be regarding a family member helping you out in the situation that you're going through, helping you go through an ending that wasn't good, and them kind of guiding you and taking you the boat out of there. Okay, or it could be an employment or a job that was quite toxic, and getting an opportunity working somewhere else that wasn't as toxic. Okay, so that's what I feel. This was very heavy for you, Sagittarius. I'm going to like put sage all over. I'm going to do like a little sage session for you here. Like cleansing. You need some cleansing. You need some protection. I'm going to send Archangel Michael to you, okay? Archangel Michael will protect you. Archangel Michael will help you and guide you out of that situation. And with the sun, may that sun being come very strong for you this end of the week. So to protect those Sagittarius that are going through emotional hardship, to send help for Sagittarius, okay? Archangel Michael is with you. Archangel Michael is going to protect you, okay? All right. Okay. Let's see a healing message for Sagittarius. Okay, one card coming up. Okay. Root chakra, base. So yes, survival. So this is something to do with your survival. That's why you tolerate a lot, Sagittarius. You're tolerating a lot of the situation that's happening to you because you depend on it. You rely on it. So it could be the job. It could be the it could be a toxic workplace, perhaps, that you're in. Maybe, yeah. But I feel like you're going to break free from that soon. Okay, I think it's because of survival. Yeah, well, root chakra, survival. You're you feel very scared. You feel very kind of threatened about the situation. You feel kind of you probably depend on it financially. You probably maybe depend on this person financially, or you depend on the job. So whatever it is, you are dependent on that situation because it's your survival. So right now you're very concerned about your survival. So this is the healing card. So this is the healing card. This is your root chakra. You're healing your root chakra now. So you are, it's time to heal your root chakra. That's going to help you kind of break free from the situation. Okay. So I feel something regarding your past, something regarding like a damage there's a damage in your root chakra. That's why it's been so difficult for you to kind of maybe stabilize yourself or to not be so dependent on the situation. You're going to have to kind of work on that. Do some healing for, go see a Reiki practitioner to heal your root chakra. Okay. And, you can watch videos too, but you really need to kind of get out of that situation, okay? And I know it's because you're dependent on that situation. You're dependent on the survival of that situation. But I feel like as soon as you see this person appear or the situation appear, an opportunity appear, that's a very strong person, probably going to be sent your way, go to that person. They're going to help you. Maybe it's a therapist, psychologist, or a friend, that's helping you, or a connection, or a family member that helping you get out of the relationship, or helping you to get out of that workplace, or getting out of that, sticky situation that you're in. Okay. But I know it's because of survival, right? But this is a healing card. So it's saying that you're going to heal from it. You're this week, and in the coming weeks, you're going to heal from that. Okay. All right, Sagittarius. Now we can do Gemini. Okay. But yeah, Sagittarius, I understand how you feel, and that situation can be quite devastating. And sometimes when situations like that happen, like strong impacts like that happen, it means it's like an urgent wake-up call to get out of that situation, okay? That it's not doing you well because it's turning you like the Queen of Swords, like this, right? But yeah, sending Archangel Michael your way so that this person, the sun, can come and rescue your situation or rescue you. Okay. And it's regarding a family member. It's regarding somebody, can either regarding a family member, it can be a friend, it can be an opportunity, new job opportunity. You have to approach the people around you that are close to you, okay? In your circle. I feel like it's someone in your circle. I feel like it's someone where you live, where you're located, in your circle. There's someone like that in your location, near your location. Okay? Okay, so now we're going to do Gemini because it was requested by Mr. Havagajim. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right. Okay, you're doing good. Awesome. Great. Sorry, I was searching. Cool. I'm glad you heard the message. All right, Gemini. We're going to start with the air signs now, and then we're going to do the water sign. Okay, air signs, Gemini. What messages we have for Gemini for this week? And yeah, energies are really strong. So our energies are really impactful right now. I keep getting like messages of like, oh, like 3 of Swords, the Devil, and all that stuff. So it's very strong. People are going through really heavy things, like really serious things. It's not just like, adversity and stuff. No, really heavy, very heavy things. So something's happening. I would like to see an astrologer talk about it. It'd be nice to see what's going on globally and why people, but because there are some positive things happening. I mean, the Artemis 2 mission, people going to space, and finally we're kind of advancing technologically. I mean, pretty soon we'll go to the moon in a year. So in a year, I mean, well, in a year maybe. I thought we would probably maybe in like 20 years from now, but things are progressing really quick. It might be just it might be 5 to 10 years probably. So yeah. So all right, Gemini. So let's see. Gemini. All right, let's see what messages we have for you, Gemini. Okay, we have the 7 of Swords. We have the 6 of Cups, and we have the 4 of Wands. Okay, so there's certain situations around you that you're trying to kind of avoid. So the 7 of Swords are situations that is forcing you to kind of do things kind of secretly, kind of like preventing certain things. Maybe you feel a little bit of a threat around you. You have to kind of avoid certain things, certain people, avoiding certain situations around you that doesn't feel quite right. Like kind of like dodging a bullet, or trying to feel like you have to kind of avoid. I see like you're trying to avoid a situation. You're trying to avoid someone this week, just because you just don't want to escalate the situation even higher, just because you know that these people or this person that you're interacting is probably not safe. You probably are aware that this their nature and how they're like, right? Because you see the person here in the shadow, with the teeth. And that's you trying to get away through a situation, right? Because you know that it's not healthy. So here you're trying to find ways and means of kind of to resolve a situation, resolve a conflict, right? In order to prevent and avoid someone, avoid a situation. So that's what I see. You also have the 6 of Cups here. So the 6 of Cups is telling you that you're emotionally connecting with someone. Someone's like a friend, someone's like a connection that you have. There's like a feeling of nostalgia with this person. I feel like whatever you're going through in the past, whatever you've been feeling, whatever threats you've been feeling, like you're trying to kind of walk away from it. It's not like you're walking away, it's that you're just trying to avoid the situation. You're trying to avoid the situation. You're trying to walk away from the situation because it can be a little bit threatening, or it can feel a little bit unsafe, or it can feel like you just don't want to escalate the situation. You don't want to make the situation bigger, right? And so you just want to keep doing your things without kind of dealing with them, right? But aside from that, you're also going to be encountering other people who you're in your social life that is going to be quite welcoming. So you're going to feel quite safe. So certain places, certain areas, you won't feel safe. But there are certain people in your community, in your friendships, in your area, in your family that you do feel quite safe. And there's this kind of warm encounter, a very warm, welcoming encounter that you want to kind of bond with other people. You want to socialize a bit more. People who you know probably from your past. So that's why it feels like a safe environment. It feels like a safe space for you, because they're people that you know, and you probably know them for many years, and they feel quite safe. So you're going to be able to kind of connect with them. You're going to feel quite, you're going to feel quite connected with them, and that's going to make you feel safe again. Okay, you're going to feel quite safe again with this person and with your social circle that you're used to, because they're people that you know for so many years now. Or it can be someone that you probably don't know for so many years, but there's like a feeling of your closeness that is familiar for you, right? With you and this individual. So the Six of Cups is kind of going back home or going back to somewhere that feels like home, or being with someone that feels like home for you, Gemini. And despite kind of like, avoiding this person or avoiding the situation that you don't want to escalate, you're also going to be around in an environment this week that's going to help you feel better. And it's going to help you it's going to ease that fear, because you're going to be with someone that's going to make you feel like home, or you're going to be around a community or people around you or family or friendships that are going to give you that comfort again. Okay. And church. Yeah. Okay. Yes. In church for sure. That's a good community. That's a safe space. Like a safe space. Yes. Correct. Like somewhere where you feel safe. Right? So when you're feeling with situations that feel threatening, the best place to go is your sanctuary. Wherever your sanctuary is, you're always going to feel safe in your own sanctuary. And where that is can be with people, like-minded people, always make you feel safe as well when you're around like-minded individuals. Okay? When you're around like-minded individuals, that also kind of brings you a safe comfort, safe space. And also it's the people there that are good as well, and you probably know them for a while now. So now we have also the four of Wands for Gemini. So the Four of Wands is also about celebration, events, community. So with the people that you're with here, that gives you kind of a feeling of safety and comfort and nostalgia. The Four of Wands is saying that there's going to be events and celebrations around these people as well. There's going to be fun things happening this week. There's going to be a fun event that's going to kind of ease the tension, that's going to increase the feeling of the Six of Cups. So that's going to make you feel more welcoming. It could be attending a wedding, a ceremony, because this does give me wedding vibes, but I feel like it can be any kind of celebration. It can be an event, it could be a festival, it can be anything that involves a group of people, a celebration. I feel like there is a celebration at the end of the week, so it's quite festive. Maybe you're going to participate in a festival. Probably your community or the people around you is going to plan maybe a dinner event, or a potluck event, or a housewarming party. Okay, so housewarming party, potlucks, parties, weddings, events, festivals. So that's the feeling I get for the end of the week, is enjoying that, and kind of like starting off the week with a little bit of kind of secretive motives or avoidance, in order to accomplish something, in order to achieve something, and then leading that towards comfort and friendship and safety with others, and having that connection with someone that feels like home around you, and kind of remembering that feeling again, that emotional feeling of comfort between each other, or with a group of people. And then that's going to lead into kind of like an event, and that's going to lead to kind of more funner events for you throughout the end of the week, Gemini. Okay. Oh, nice. That's great. A priesthood blessing. Nice. Oh, that's good. That could be the event for the end of the week. Yeah. Kind of like a sense of celebration. Right? And that can lead to something, or that could be the blessing from someone that can lead to a celebration. Okay, so let's see what healing energies we have for Gemini. Congratulations for your priesthood blessing. Okay, let's see what healing energies we have for Gemini. Heal. So this card is saying, what is it that you need to let go of, Gemini? What is it is inside of you, a pain that's been chaining you for quite a long time now, for quite so many years, something that's been kind of like trapping you, kind of chaining you down, that hasn't allowed you to be free from it, and you haven't been able to heal from it. So what has been trapping you, Gemini? What has been chaining you all these years that has been kind of like a blockage for you to finally heal and let go of that situation? Yes, it's something regarding a past situation, something regarding a painful situation that kind of like anchors you down in a way. It doesn't help you move forward. So for you to kind of break free from that, you have to heal from it. And healing takes a while to heal from that. And but I think now it's time, Gemini, for you to heal from it. I feel you're going to heal from that situation this week. Okay, and I think it's because of the people around you. I think it's because of the people around you that it's going to help you to heal from it. And maybe this is something to do with the past. This card can reflect the past, trying to avoid a situation that was painful, trying to avoid a situation that you don't want to go through again. You probably don't want to go through this again. You're trying to avoid that situation again. You're trying to avoid that situation. Okay, Gemini, it's probably because of that, because you probably don't want to get hurt again. Okay, but your community and the people around you, they're giving you that emotional support, and you have such a strong support system around you that I feel like you're finally going to be like being able to heal from it, being able to let go from it, Gemini, and you're going to be able to heal from it. I can see you like breaking the chains and releasing that, and healing from that. And that's going to accelerate things forward for you, Gemini, very quick. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, that'd be great, right? Be great to heal from that. We have so much anchors in our life. It's like not even joking. It's just so many things that are blocks. Even our anger can anchor us in a particular area and location because of it. The pain or like the resentment sometimes can anchor us as well. Oh, that's good. I'm glad you've been putting in the work. It's good to put in the work as well. It's not easy. Write it down. Just write a few things down. Write the things that have been blocking you. Write down the things that have been preventing you to progress. So try to find something write down what could be the things that are preventing you to move forward towards a goal. So think about something like a goal, because I feel it's something it's a goal of yours. It's something that you want to achieve, but you want something to work out, but it's not happening for you, Gemini, because of this kind of there's kind of like an anchor that's pulling you back. It's like a pain. That's what I feel. And and so we it can be many things. A lot of things can trap us in a certain place because we carry a lot of pains from the past, a lot of resentment, a lot of there could be anger, there can be resentment, there can be trauma, there can be something that happened that maybe you weren't treated right, and so that can be kind of a blockage for you. But when you receive such nice blessings, like being in a community, like what you said, being in the church is kind of a place of sanctuary. It's a place where they heal you, a place where they hear you, where they listen to you, where they validate you, right? I've had a few family members that go to church when they were going through a very they were going through a lot of hardships in their life, and the church kind of saved them, and they formed that community, and they survived many things because of that community. They needed that community. So okay, so all right, so that's Gemini. Thanks for joining in the chat. I'll do other readings. For Aquarius, then it's going to be Libra, and then we do the water signs. Okay? And what better place to be in when people can hear you and listen to you and validate you, right? Because that's important. Is validation, is hearing your situation and having that community and support to help you with that, you know. And it can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be in a church. It can be in a like-minded community, that wherever you believe in. Like if you're Buddhist, go to the monastery. You know, if you're Buddhist, go to the monastery. Go see a monk. Go see someone to help you, to resolve what you're going through. Go within your community, you know. You know, if you're New Age, then find your spiritual community, your like-minded people, and be around that space, you know. And if you're not in any religion, and if you're atheist or something, then find the community that you are most comfortable with and involved in, and go there more often. If it's in a job, if you feel you have a strong community in a job, in a workplace, or in your career, be in that circle more, you know. Okay? You're welcome. Because I'm sure they're going to help you. All right? All right. Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, let's see. A reading for you. I have to do this quick because it's almost 2 hours. Okay. All right, Aquarius, air signs. Aquarius. This is the age of Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius. Aquarianos. Aquarians. My north node is Aquarius, so sometimes I relate to Aquarian energy. I relate to Capricorn, Leo. Well, I'm a Leo, but I also relate to Capricorn because it's my ascendant, and Aquarius because it's my north node, because that's my future. Where I'm heading is Aquarian. So Aquarians, my Aquarian buds. So, okay, we have the moon. So the moon is ominous, it's mysterious, it's full of mystery, it's full of secrets. It's similar to the high priestesses, full of, you know, the moon. I mean, the moon is the most, Artemis 2 mission just went to the moon and saw the backside of the moon. The moon can be scary sometimes, to see a part of you or part of a situation that is unknown. Unknown situations are scary, right? The part that seeing astronauts go behind the moon is something that's never been done, and quite a fear, that quite something that you have to kind of, you know, exploration, unknown situations that you're not aware of. It's ominous, it's scary, but it's something that you're familiar with, Aquarius. I feel like you're familiar with that energy. You're quite aware. You're quite part of that. You're not afraid of that. You are part of that world. So it could have been scary, but it didn't really feel scary for you. It felt more like home for you. And that's what I feel, Aquarius, is that you are going through a situation this week that will feel quite familiar, will feel kind of like welcoming, will feel like a warm energy. Again, it's ominous, but you're ominous, Aquarius. You're ominous. You're part of the unknown. You are the unknown. you are also part of the changes of this world. You know, you're innovative as well. You're part of that change, and people are scared of change. People are afraid of the unknown. And the thing is, you need to go to the unknown in order for humanity to advance, you know, humanitarian work as well. So you have to jump in the pool of the unknown in order for things to progress and evolve in life and evolve in your life. Almost like you have to cross that bridge, the bridge of the unknown, kind of form that bridge, exploring new situations around you that you were not aware of, but are quite excited to explore. You know, explore situations that are ominous or, you know, secretive. And that's fine with you, because that's who you are. So you'll be given an opportunity probably this week to explore that part of you, to explore that situation that seemed a bit scary at first, or quite unknown, but quite familiar. So you're going to kind of enter that unknown pools of water, the subconscious. It's interesting because the moon also talks about things that we're not aware of, things, power in situations and supernatural situations that are unknown, that we are not aware of around us. That could be a little bit unpredictable around us. But this card gives me more of a feeling, not of a threatening feeling, because some cards, they give me threatening feelings of situations being done that are known and eerie. This is more like a situation that is not a threat, but it's just unknown, like stepping into a new territory this week that is, or something coming up, or in the news, something showing up in the news that is different and unknown, that is part of evolution. Maybe you're part of the evolution. Okay. And but when regarding for you for this week, Aquarius, I feel like it's just tuning into that part of you, tuning into that part of the unknown, crossing that bridge that you didn't want to cross before because you were scared. You were afraid, but you realized that this was always a part of you. Okay, and there is a sense of sadness. There is a sense of sadness when it comes to this, like a memory of the past, a memory of the past that tends to come back once in a while. Some sort of probably past life. A past life, maybe. But this is why it's so familiar for you. So something that you need to do this week that is similar, like a similar feeling that you had in something that was familiar, that you're going to do this week, that you're going to explore. You're going to explore into that this week, okay? And while there is like a sense of like a stillness, there's a stillness that's happening in the beginning of the week. And then, well, you know, it's not Monday anymore. What is it, Monday? It's Tuesday, I think. Right? So I'm just saying, you know, whatever, today's Tuesday, I think. And so it's until next Tuesday. So I'm just going like that. Not going through literal days, but the energetic frequency of the day or of the week. Energetic frequency of the week is going to start off for you like that, Aquarius. It's going to start off a bit like unknown, a bit mysterious, a bit serene, a bit silence. Like there's just something that you're going to explore internally, that it's familiar for you. Okay. And then as the week progresses, there's going to be a sense of movement and a sense of emotional exploration. There's going to be an opportunity, an emotional opportunity is going to come your way. There's going to be changes, okay? There's going to tuning into that part of you is also going to help other people to tune into that part of them. So by tuning into that part of you, that other person is going to tune into that part of themselves as well, and the people around you. So there's going to be like an emotional offer for you. An emotional fulfillment is going to be given to you, Aquarius, a cup of love, perhaps, a cup of love, a cup of kind emotional gesture from someone. There's going to be kind of like a sense of amends being done, like a sense of, there's like clarification about something, communication about something that is going to kind of allow, emotional connection to be birthed again. So if there wasn't an emotional connection and there was like a block that you had to go through a lot emotionally, internally on your own, suddenly there's going to be like a reconciliation of that, like an amends, a healing with an individual. I feel for you, Aquarius. Someone's going to kind of help you heal that situation or be part of that exploration of the unknown. So it's like, yeah, so there's going to be like an emotional offer given to you this week from someone, an emotional part of them that's coming back, an emotional part of your life that's coming back, an emotional part of your life that was gone for a while, but it's slowly coming back. That emotional fulfillment, that emotional, that situation slowly coming back. Where the shards were broken, the shards are being put back together. And as the shards are being put back together, the essence of that situation is being birthed again. Not fully, but slowly. It's slowly coming back. As the shards are put back together, that essence is slowly coming more and more into the shell that was cracked. And that's the message I get with this. And it's quite a challenge to see that for you because you are aware of pain. You know pain. And the moon probably has always been a sense of comfort for you. It's always been a sense of comfort for everyone. But also the moon is like a metaphor for your inner world. You've always had a comfort within yourself, in your inner world. And you're always kind of careful with situations as well, right? And careful with kind of seeing this opportunity kind of come back and kind of seeing that situation again, being birthed again and coming back. It can be overwhelming. It can be, what's that word? It can feel like an ecstasy or thrill. But same time, it's an emotion that you have to temper because it's not fully there yet. But you see it coming. And it's coming, but it's going to fade again. So it's kind of like a careful temper of your emotions. But you're going to see it's going to come more and more and more. And that's the emotional fulfillment. That's the joy, the fulfilling feeling of it coming and coming closer and not coming closer, but it manifesting more and more. But you know that it's not fully there, so you can't fully give your heart to it. Right? So that's the inner joy that's finally kind of happening, but it's like you can't fully kind of surrender to it yet, Aquarius. But that emotional fulfillment, and seeing that essence being resurrected again in those shards, that's what is scary for you. And that's what's ominous for you. And that's what's unknown because it's probably been something that you've wanted for so many years. But it's been a struggle. But finally, it's happening. and it's manifesting. And so you're just tempering yourself. That's why I feel for you, Aquarius. And there's going to be a sense of victory, but a sense of clarification. You're going to see things clearly this week. You're going to see things with a sharper mind, with a sharper intellect. Things are going to work out. I feel like you got this. You've kind of reached a sense of victory, Aquarian. You feel a sense of liberation, and you feel a sense of relief from the situation. From not only from the situation, with this emotional fulfillment that's coming for you. Could be a person you know already, could be a spouse, could be a job, could be at work, whatever you feel that you resonate with it. But this clarification, there's this feeling of clarity. It comes from other things, from other situations that you were dealing with that were quite a knot in your life. So look at all these knots, tie stomach. Your stomach was a knot. So for a long time, I feel, Aquarius, your stomach was like a knot. And it was really hard for you to breathe and to do things. And so I feel like the knot is going to be untied. Things are going to be clear. Things are going to be communicated. Things are going to be talked about. Things are going to be resolved. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So that's Aquarius. One healing message. I don't know why it's the Aquarian energy. I felt like I needed to talk more about Aquarius. It's the Artemis 2 mission. That's why. The energy of Artemis 2. Okay, one healing card for Aquarius. Trust. So Aquarian, trust the process. Trust the process, Aquarian. Trust it. I feel like it's the same message that I was telling, I forgot what you said it was. It was one of the earth signs. It's like, just flow with it. Just jump in the river and just jump in the water and let it flow. Let it flow for you. Okay, just trust the process. One event can lead to another, and one situation, if you're so stuck in your fear, if you're so stuck in your situation, like the Ace of Swords, you're the knot situation, you're just going to paralyze yourself and you're not going to move forward. But if you just, push that aside and jump on other things and let the current take you, you're going to see that things are going to be resolved and things are going to be healed for you, or things are going to be resolved for you. You don't have to even make an effort. Just the universe is going to resolve it for you. But you have to jump in the stream first, and then just go with the current, and then the current is gonna fix everything. Okay, so just trust and feel. Trust the process. Release and embrace what the universe wants to do for you, what wants to take you. So go do that thing that you needed to do. Okay, and when you do that, you're gonna be taken by the current. You're gonna see things. Things are going. And then after Libra, we're gonna do Pisces. Also, if you guys would like to help me in what I do in this channel and help build my little business here, my tarot business, you can help donate. I have the link, the PayPal link above. Any amount would help to start my little business here as a tarot reader. And I am slowly receiving people for readings. So if you guys would like a reading as well, you can contact me here as well. Or I'll leave, in the video, the live stream video, I'll leave, after this live stream, I'll put my contact information. So if you guys would like a tarot reading, just contact me, as I'm starting this business now. So any amount will help as well for the donation, and I'll greatly appreciate it. All right, Libra. Let's see. What's the store for you? All right. Libra, my Libras, air signs. Let's see what's in store for you, Libra. Okay. Whew. Quite the battle around you. Okay. Quite the battle. But you're very centered. You're very centered, Libra. There is quite a hectic energy around you. It's quite there's quite a storm happening. Quite a storm happening around you. Quite the hurricane. With other people, there's certain conflicts that you've been resolving over and over again, but it just keeps happening, and it keeps happening, and it keeps happening. And you just don't know how to set boundaries. It's just so hard for you, Libra, to set boundaries. Libras are very of service. That's why. So if you have if in your chart you feel like you're very Libra, because you can be a zodiac sign, but then also feel like you're a Libra, or you can be a Libra, whichever. Or Libras in general are very of service. And it's very hard for them to say no to a situation. Libras are about wanting to help others, serve others, without understanding boundaries first, and giving themselves so much that they realize that there's a limit to their there's a limit, and there's also exchange, and it's not about just you giving and giving and giving. Other people have to give for you also. So there's a sense of there's a feeling of feeling like your boundaries are being crossed too much, and there's a feeling of anger and rage and wanting to do something about it, and it's just so hard for you to express yourself, Libra, and it's so hard. People around you, it's kind of people just disrespecting you, invading probably something that is personal for you, and it's just not understanding or not meeting eye to eye with other people, not kind of agreeing to the same things, and that can cause a bit of anger and frustration, and that can make you a little bit that can make you agitated, and can make you a bit as if you're trying to not escalate the situation, but it's really getting to you, Libra. It's really kind of triggering you, and you really want to do something about it, but it's just so difficult for you to express yourself and to say something about it. And what happens is that when it's so hard for us to express ourselves and say something about it, what happens is that we kind of just build it. We just contain it, and we just it builds and builds and builds and builds inside of us until finally we kind of just build it. We just contain it, and we just it builds and builds and builds and builds inside of us until finally it explodes. So it's like a cup flowing, but then it overflows. And then what happens is that it overflows, and then it comes out in a way that could have been prevented. Whereas if you would have expressed yourself with a conversation and tell them, expressing, hey, I don't like what you're doing or doing that, or this is what I feel about the situation, this is how I'm feeling, right? Instead of approaching that, you avoid that. And because you avoid it, what happens is it builds like a balloon, like the balloon inflating, and then it comes out in a much more aggressive manner than you would want it to. But it's because it's so hard for you to express it. It's so hard for you to talk about it, right? So so this week the balloon might overflow, the water, or might explode a bit, and there may be a bit of tension with other people that you want to really leave straight with other people, kind of like people who are crossing your boundaries, and you want to or people not listening, or people maybe not respecting you, and probably there's disputes, there's conflicts, right? I feel like it's a group of people. I don't see it's a one person. I feel like it's more than one person, I feel, right? And so this is kind of you've kind of had enough, and you're kind of putting your knife there. You're sort of and you're kind of marching really quick. That's the feeling I get. And you're kind of being guided by someone who is quite intuitive, quite psychic, and who's giving you these warnings about the situation in the first place, kind of telling you this is not right, this is kind of you think twice before listening to them, or think twice before acting upon that, think twice before interacting with these people, because they don't seem like they're the right people, the people that cross your boundaries maybe, or people that, don't interact with them, or be careful with a family member or certain family members. There's this person beside you that is quite sensitive with the energies and emotion, like very in tune with the people's emotions and can sense things around. And they're usually the ones that give the warning side. It could be your spouse, it could be your mom or your sister, but it has someone with a feminine energy. Like females usually tend to be more emotionally in tune with those things, right? So, or you can be a female and it's your sister. So usually like a person with a strong kind of intuition, very intuitive, who's giving you these warnings. And that's why there's been such a hectic energy. Hi, Infinite Fantasia 678. Hello. Thank you, Miss, for the readings. Oh, no problem. What's your zodiac? What's your zodiac sign, hun? Maybe I'll do your reading right after this one. This one is Libra. After Libra, I'm doing the water signs. Doing Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. You're Cancer. Ah, sweetie. You're a sweetheart. Cancers are sweethearts. Okay. All right. I'll do your reading right after. So after Libra, I'll go straight to Cancer. So whoever wants me to do the reading right away, just message me here. I did that for Gemini, and I'll prioritize your reading if you leave a comment and message. Okay. Okay. All right. Cancer. Nice. I'll do your reading right after this one, right after I do Libra. Okay. Michelle, Brandon, hey bud, how are you? Oh, True Living. So he's my buddy Brandon, True Living. He's also in the animation industry now, working. He's part of the crew now, part of the ship, part of the crew. There's no coming out now, Brandon. You're stuck in this world now with us. We're gonna do podcasts. I've been like, I'm sorry, I know we've been delayed on that, but we're gonna do podcasts together. Okay. You can visit him in his channel, True Living. He's also gonna do podcasts, I think, and fun things in his channel. Let's see. You're welcome, hon. Okay, so we were continuing with Libra. So Libra, it's very wise that you hear from this person. This person's quite intuitive. She's probably going to find solutions for you. That's what I feel. Like, it's not like she gives you warning. Maybe she could have given you warning and then things happen. Maybe, sometimes we don't listen to people sometimes. But it could also be a solution. Like someone who's very serene and calm and knows how to resolve the situation. So try to listen to this individual. This individual will probably find a solution for you. Will find a solution for you to resolve this conflict, Libra. Okay, they'll resolve the situation. They'll just listen to them and listen to their guidance. Listen to their warnings. Warning signs are everywhere. Listen to your gut feeling. There's always signs everywhere regarding the situation and how to resolve it, because it's very wise to listen to her. Because, I do see a 10 of Swords coming up. So there is something that 10 of Swords is a situation that doesn't really end well. We don't want the situation to happen, right? The 10 of Swords is a situation that is threatening. The 10 of Swords is something that doesn't end well, okay? A situation that doesn't end well, a situation that a kind of feeling of betrayal, a feeling of like somebody doesn't mean well for you. There's just someone that doesn't want your best interest, Libra. There's someone who doesn't want you to succeed. There's someone who doesn't want your best interest. There's someone who wants to kind of, I don't want to say like ruin you, someone who wants to kind of ruin you. But you gotta be very careful. This is why I mean, it's like, this is why you can't tolerate anymore. It's just, it's not saying that somebody is going to do something bad to you. Okay, it's not saying that. It's just saying that there's just someone that you're going to feel probably betrayed. Which, yeah, there's someone who could probably betray you. Okay, or somebody who can screw you over. My language in the live stream, but someone who doesn't want to see you win or succeed. So just be careful, Libra, with who you're dealing with, who you're interacting with, because it gives me similar feelings to Sagittarius, but not as intense as Sagittarius. Just be careful. Don't trust anyone. Be careful with certain networks, right? Be careful with certain people. Be careful with the certain family members. Be careful with your surroundings, because not everybody has your best interest, okay? And this is kind of like a feeling of betrayal. Like someone wants to kind of betray you, or someone wants to throw you under the bus. Someone doesn't want the best for you. And this is why it's so important that you listen to someone like this. And it can be anybody around you. It can be someone that is very highly intuitive, someone who has a strong gut feeling about situations and events. Listen to that person. You know, they're more emotionally intelligent. They can sense threats. They can sense people. They can see people right through them. Like they can see masks. They can see the person behind the masks, okay? They can see the person behind the masks. And it may be hard for you to see someone behind the mask. And this is why you get so angry, because the outcome of this can really frustrate you and get you really angry. But that's because you probably lack intuition. You probably lack connecting to your, let's just say, inner gut feeling or warning signs. You know, it's something that you have to be in tune with. And that's why it's important, you know, to be around someone who is very in tune to that, okay? All right, so yeah. Let's see any healing messages for so Libra, be careful. Don't trust everyone. This is a message to not trust everyone, but to trust your inner gut feeling instead, your intuition, and people who are trying to warn you about situations. Listen to them, okay? Okay, let's see. Okay, one card for message, healing message, okay? We have strengthening bonds. So that's a good sign. So strengthen bonds with the right people, okay? So that's the message, is try to form the right connections, the right people that you feel intuitively. Like if you tune into your intuition, your inner gut feeling, like, oh, this feels right, this feels wrong, there's something about this that doesn't feel right, listen to that. Or there's something about this that feels good, listen to that as well, okay? So, you know, listen to this person as well, the one who has the intuition, as well. Listen to them, okay? Strengthening bonds. Listen to the one that is intuitive, and listen to your warning signs. So maybe it's not a person, but maybe it can be your own intuition, your own psychic messages, dreams that you're receiving dreams. You're listening to messages. You're hearing things. You're dreaming about things. Listen to your dreams. Analyze your dreams, because they're messages and they're important messages. And make the right connections. You know, this is the healing energy for you for this week. The healing energy for you for this week is to make the right kind of bonds, make the right connections. That's going to get you out of the situation. That's what's going to get you out of the sticky situation, is making the right connections, making the right bonds, strengthening bonds with the right people. So making more efforts to connect with others that feel more safe and they feel that they're going to bring you a brighter future or a brighter outcome. Don't make connections or don't make bonds with people that are, because it says strengthening bonds. So it's about bonds. It's about strengthening or not strengthening. That's why I'm saying bonds, because this card says bonds. So strengthening the right bonds and cutting off, like cut. Cutting cords and ties also. It's also about energetic work. A lot of people are linked to us that are toxic. They're energetic ties that are leeching onto your energy, right? And you gotta cut them off, So yeah, they gave me the feeling of the devil card also. I got an image like a devil just showed up here. Some people don't have the best intentions, and for you, and you gotta cut them off energetically. Cut those cords and ties. Cut those bonds and strengthen the right bonds, okay? So strengthen the right bonds. And see, there's a person there in the distance with golden aura, a person with a golden opportunity. Make an effort with that person instead of putting effort with the wrong people, okay? So make connections with the right people, strengthen bonds with the right people who will bring you the right kind of future you want, the right kind of connections, the right kind of outcome. You don't make connections with the wrong people. Cut those people out. Cut those connections out. Cut those cords and ties from them. Strengthen yourself with the right ones, with the right people. All right, Libra. Sorry, I have to put more time on the zodiacs that have heavy energies. Like, so far, there's been 2 heavy energies. It's been Sagittarius and Libra have been very heavy. So I put with Aquarius, I felt like it was like an important message. You guys are all important though, right? Thank you, Miss. We need to do the podcast. I know, Brandon. We do. Well, I really wanted to break the ice with tarot readings. I'm just like, I have so much stuff I have to get through. I have so much things I have to resolve, and I don't have time for this. But I'm just like, well, if I don't have time, I'm never going to have time. So I'll just make time. I'll just do it. Okay, and then this can lead to other things, like lead to our podcast. We still have to do the podcast. I still have to upload the videos that we did already. Right, so, but, life is clearing out now, so I'll be able to, we will be able to do that soon. All right, so Cancer. All right, so we just have Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Okay, so we'll do Cancer. I thought nobody was going to come in. I wanted to ask, it's like, can you guys hear me properly? Like, is it too loud? Is it too soft? Can you hear the music in the background? Because in the beginning, I didn't have anybody to check on that. Like, let me see if I put more volume. Can you hear that? Can you hear the music? Is that too loud? Or just let me know, because I don't know how the audio is, or if you can hear the music or not. So, okay. Okay, Cancer. Let's see. Oh, you're okay. Okay, good. The volume is good. I'm just trying to listen for 2 kids. Aw. Mama Cancer taking care of her 2 babies. Okay, thanks for letting me know. Okay, Cancer, let's see what you're reading. Okay. We have 2 of Wands here. So 2 of Wands is about contemplating a decision, contemplating about a situation, contemplating to act upon a decision that you've been contemplating for a while. It could probably be moving towards a location, thinking about whether to progress on something that involves traveling, maybe to travel again, to it's like a physical movement. I feel like a decision towards a physical movement or a physical decision regarding 2 options. Regarding an option that can be a key or an opportunity to something that can bring, like a door of opportunity that can bring more opportunity for you in your life and can bring more fruits, can bring more abundance, okay, can bring more resources. Or it can be a decision that involves more of a physical movement, that involves more of a physical act. So maybe contemplating between maybe traveling or moving or taking upon a decision that requires like a physical act, or taking upon a decision that is require like a key of opportunity, like opening the door to something that can bring more rewards, more fruits of your labor, more resources, right? So there's like two chances, 2 opportunities that you're contemplating between two yeah, 2 options. Okay, so that's going to be the week. The energy of this week is kind of contemplating what choice to make, what kind of action to take or act upon, kind of laying all the cards on the table and seeing all your options of what each one can provide for you. And that's going to be kind of like the theme for you for this week. And then I feel like you're going to act upon it. So I do see you acting upon a choice very quickly this week. 3 of Wands is about taking that leap of faith, taking that chance, taking that decision, making that decision. I can't tell you what decision you're going to make, what you're going to choose, but I can say that it's something that's going to help you elevate. The decision that you're contemplating this week, that you have to reflect on your own and figure out what it is, what exactly you want to choose, the cards laying out on your table. And when you finally make the choice, it's a choice that's going to help you progress further. Like, it's going to help elevate you. It's going to help you progress. It's going to help you kind of get out of a situation that is maybe wasn't the best choice for you. I could be, okay, it's better I don't tell you, but it could be the physical decision, but because I do feel like it's a physical move. That's what I feel. Like a physical move towards something that's a bit more elevated for you. Maybe feels better energetically. Like, for example, I'll give you an example. Like, it could be travel. This is a general reading, so like relating for other people too. So if it's relating for a person that resonates with this, traveling, so I can relate it to when I made the decision to leave Toronto and to move to British Columbia, Ontario to British Columbia. I felt a lot better. I felt like I was in a very low part in my life because of the location I was in. And I felt like I needed to elevate myself more and be in a better environment. And that kind of raised me a bit more. So I took the physical action to move all the way to British Columbia. Or taking the physical action to want to move to Vancouver, let's just say, or moving somewhere better. So it's kind of like that. It's kind of like the decision to want to take a physical act upon something, to elevate yourself higher, to reach a higher ground that is better for you, better for your lifestyle, better for your mental health, better for your emotional well-being. So I do see you kind of moving forward, progressing on something. I won't say the decision you're going to make, but I just know that it's going to be something that's going to elevate you a bit higher, to reach like a land or ground that it's better for you. You know, Cancers are very in tune with their emotions. They're more sensitive. They're more sensitive to a situation, right? Because it could be also the key of opportunity. It could be also the key of opportunity that can open the door to an opportunity to elevate you a bit higher. So that could be the message for you, is that also I do see waters. It's like waters turning into skies, kind of really trying to reach something higher that probably, you know, I see you're very determined to achieve something higher. So if it's because, you know, some people relate it to travel, some people may relate their choice to a key of opportunity. So whatever it is, it's just something that's going to elevate you higher, reaching higher. Okay. That's what I see. You're going. Hello, everyone. Hi, Juanita Warmington. Welcome. Hello. That's great. Okay, I'm glad you like the rating. Okay, so Cancer, and then after that we have the Knight of Wands. So after you make this choice, it's gonna help elevate you a bit higher, and that's gonna fuel you. You're gonna feel quite motivated now to progress very quick in your endeavors, very quick in movement. Things are just going to move very quickly. You're going to be quite passionate. You're going to chase. You're going to start chasing your opportunities now. You're going to start chasing that, the decision you made. You know, it could be relationships. It could be an emotional connection with someone, making a choice between two people. To see a choice between two men. Which men to choose or which women to choose. So it could be, you know, if that resonates with someone too. I did get messages about making a choice regarding love. So it could be choices regarding love as well for Cancer. So like I said, it doesn't resonate with everyone. So it spreads around with everybody. And so you're going to take upon that action, and there's probably going to be finally like a chase of love, right? And if it's relating travel, the Knight of Wands is also about adventure and traveling and exploring new horizon and just being excited to be in that new location. So I do see somebody traveling also and reaching higher grounds to a place that is better for them. And that's going to kind of fuel them and make them much more excited to explore new horizons, much more excited to be adventurous and explore their area, kind of feeling fueled by the area and the location, like merging very well with the new place that you're in. Okay, so that's for people who are traveling. But if it's not regarding travel, it just means a new opportunity that's going to open up for you, that's going to raise you a bit higher, and it's just going to fuel you with passion, and it's going to mobilize you, and you're going to progress quite quickly with it because you're just full of passion and enthusiasm with this choice that you took upon. Okay. All right. So Cancer, let's see a healing message for you. Okay, healing message for Cancer. Okay, daydreams and decisions. So yeah, there are decisions regarding certain dreams you have. It's time to make decisions on your dreams, to act upon the dreams you have, your ambitions, things that you're passionate about. And it's time to contemplate. So he's contemplating about it, contemplating on which decisions to act upon. Okay, so yeah, I see you kind of contemplating, reflecting on what choice, reflect on it, and reflect on what would be the best opportunity for you. Okay, and I feel like you're going to finally see kind of a light of what you want, of what you want to act upon, and that's going to help you take action upon it. And it's something regarding that's going to bring you a sort of emotional fulfillment or a sort of excitement and passion, because it's time to make your dreams come true. That's the feeling I get, is instead of like daydreaming about it, fantasizing about it all the time, or fantasizing about this person, or fantasizing about this location to go to, or fantasizing about your dreams, that your wishes that you want to accomplish. Take action upon it. And you're going to actually take action upon it, make the decision. Three of Wands is things progressing forward, and your ships are coming because you're taking action upon it, and it's working, and it's working out. And that's just going to fuel you, and you're just going to be excited, and you're just going to be full of passion. And because you broke the ice, you made the action, you daydream, but then you made the decision, and then you took the action upon it. So what this card is saying is that you're healing upon things that perhaps you never took action upon those things in the past, but now you're going to learn and feel the pull to take action upon things that you were stagnant before taking upon it, right? So daydreams and decisions. So that's the healing message for you, Cancer, is instead of daydreaming, act upon your wishes, act upon your decisions, and you'll find success. Okay, I feel like we just have to kind of break the ice. It's hard to break the ice sometimes, you know. You have so many ideas, like in terms of like business ideas too. Like you can have so many ideas, and you can daydream about all these things, or you can daydream about this person, or you can daydream about this location, but you never kind of take action upon it. And so the lesson here is to start taking action upon it, because you're going to be so excited after. You're going to be actually very fueled. Like, why didn't I do this sooner? Why didn't I make a decision sooner? Why didn't I get out of here sooner? Why didn't I choose sooner? Why didn't I act upon my dreams sooner instead of daydreaming about it all the time? Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. So yeah, Cancer, so that was the reading for you. Now we have, you just have to act upon it, take action, okay? So yeah, so now we have Pisces, and then we have Scorpio. Okay, Pisces, so let's see what's in store for you, and then that's it for the reading, and then probably I'll do one more card, then Enchanted map. And I'll say it again. I think I'll leave it here. Where is it? Because it gets hidden with the messages here. Oh, froze a bit. Okay. All right. So if you guys like the reading and would like to support what I do in this channel, you can like the video, share the video, comment below, and also any donations are greatly appreciated. If you'd like to help me in my small little business that I have here, I'll leave a link there below if you guys would like to help, or if you guys want to just subscribe or like, that helped me too. Since I'm going to start receiving readings, so if you like a reading, personal reading, I offer personal readings now. I'll leave after this video, after the live stream, I'll leave my contact information below. So once we're done the live stream, just give it a couple of minutes, and then you'll see my email or contact information, and then you can contact me if you like any readings. I do love readings. I do career readings. I just do any kind of readings you like, intuitive readings. So if this resonates with you, you can reach me, and I'll leave my email below after. Actually, at the end of the video, I'll probably put my email there. All right, Pisces, let's see. And you. All right, Pisces. Pisces, a lot of things have been happening to you also that has been quite overwhelming. A lot of things have been overwhelming. A lot of things have felt quite like you've been quite hurt from other people. You've been quite betrayed. You've been quite betrayed about a situation as well. Quite overburdened about a situation with the 10 of Wands. Things being a little bit overwhelming, I feel, for you, Pisces. A lot of things that you can't handle anymore. It's like you're reaching your limit about a situation and you want to kind of break free from it. But there's just so much things that you have to take care of. There's just so much responsibilities you have to handle. And it's just overwhelming. It's like cracking you. It's like overworking yourself, that it's affecting your mental health, right? So try not to take too much over your shoulder. Try not to overburden yourself with too much responsibilities and too much tasks, right? Because that can really drain you. And you can see here, you can really kind of be impacted by the situation here. You know, you can feel a little drowned. You can feel like you're drowning in a situation. And Pisces, you know, Pisces tend to be a little bit very more sensitive and more emotional. So you can be very emotionally, you can feel like emotionally drowning with the situation. You feel like you need to be kind of rescued because you feel very drowned with the situation, very heavy with the situation. Something's very heavy, a lot of responsibility, a lot of weight over your shoulder. It's just something that you can't handle anymore. Pisces, is just something that you have to kind of get help with or resolve the situation because it's just too much, too overbearing, and you kind of need assistance with that. Okay, don't be afraid to approach other people and approach them and ask for help with those situations. It's best to, you know, ask for help. Family members are always there to help as well. So contact your family members and ask for assistance because Pisces, I think, is way too much for you, way too overbearing, and it's really affecting your mental health. And you really feel like you're drowning towards a situation. And not only that, but you feel very kind of betrayed by other people. You feel kind of betrayed and hurt and kind of backstabbed in what has happened to you in your life. And I feel like that's also kind of affecting you emotionally. You feel like that's also drowning you because a lot of people, you know, it felt like a betrayal, you know, they betrayed you or they really hurt you or they really did something to you to really screw you over in a way, right? So I feel it's really hard to kind of approach for help also with overbearing. That is really affecting your mental health. And because of that, you're kind of pulling back. You're pulling back towards other people. You're pulling back. You're 4 of coins. You're kind of holding back your coins as if you don't want to kind of give anymore. You don't want to offer anymore. Like you don't want to help other people just because of how much you've been hurt in the past by people that you probably trusted. And because of that, it's kind of closed you, and it's closed you in giving yourself, not really giving yourself financially. It's more like not giving yourself emotionally, not giving yourself emotionally to other people, not giving yourself that support to other people, kind of like hiding. You're also kind of hiding within. It's kind of like getting in your cave, shielding yourself, like running away from, you're kind of scared now of like getting out there. You're kind of scared of approaching others just because of what happened to you, something really intense, something really drastic, you know, kind of screwed you over or kind of affected you in a very in a very kind of devastating way. It was quite devastating. That's what I feel. But you know, you're trying to push that aside and you're trying to survive in life, and but it's just a lot of things are also overbearing, and it's kind of like piercing through that skull of yours. Like it's in pain. You have to kind of like, it's too much, you know. You have to, it's hard to ask for help because of the betrayal, because of certain things not ending well for you regarding other people. And in the same time, you're kind of isolating yourself and holding back because you're afraid of approaching, you're afraid of giving to others because you're afraid of situations like this happening again in your life, right? So because you're overburdened with things, you're even more overburdened because it's so hard for you to reach out and you don't want to give yourself anymore. So that's what I feel for you, Pisces. I feel like there is a sense of holding back, but it's just so much that you're taking in. So let's see what cards come out for you to heal. Okay. I also got the card of detach, trying to detach yourself, right? That can give me the feeling, detach. Maybe there's someone around you that is detaching themselves from you, kind of pulling back away from you, like there you go, kind of detaching away from you because of what happened. Maybe this person was pulled in the storm with you. So pulled in the storm with you as well, Pisces. So there is a level of feeling of detachment coming from you and from this person probably. This person probably feels very detached. The person in the Four of Wands. That could be you also. You could feel very detached from other people because of what happened. Okay, Pisces. Let's see. Let's see a card, a healing message for Pisces, okay? Love abounds. So the answer is love. The answer is love. Allow love to come back into your life. Don't detach yourself too much. Give love again. Give love and allow love back into your life. Emotional fulfillment. Don't detach yourself too much. Give love again. Give love and allow love back into your life. Emotional fulfillment. Bring in love. Don't bring in fear. Don't bring in hate. Bring in love. So a lot of people are like, oh, love, what are you talking about? But like love is, for example, like instead of having hate, have love for life, love for people, put in the music. When you put in music, you feel love, either a loving music that triggers love energy, listening to something that brings in light in your heart. Okay. Or allowing yourself to love again, to forgive that person and to love them again, and vice versa, for that person to forgive you and to love you again. So it's just a matter of lessons. These are all lessons that we go through, right? And instead of being in fear, because it's the fear energy that blocks you. So this is fear. It's the fear that blocks you, and it's the fear that blocks the other person, or it's the fear that blocks the situation that's happening. And the solution is to kind of, instead of having that fear, replace it with love. Okay, replace the energy with love. Either replace it with energetic, music, mantras, or something, whatever your belief system is, your religion. Music that ignites love, your heart chakra, or music that allows love to enter your heart, or do things with each other, with people or with friends that make you love each other again, like love each other again, like bring in love in your heart and love the other person. Love abounds. Allow love to come back in your life, because if you don't allow love to come back in, there's just going to be a feeling of hate and fear. And if we stay in a level of fear and hate, that's just going to create more overwhelming feelings, more drowning, because you don't want to feel like you're drowning anymore. You don't want to feel this fear, this threat around you. In order to remove that threat and in order to remove that fear, you got to bring in more love. Okay, it's the love energy that will repel everything. Love is the most strongest vibration in the planet, actually. The love frequency is very high. And it's funny because, a higher state of human is like compassion. Love and compassion is something really hard for humans to kind of break through, because beings that are full of love and compassion have surpassed the human karma, the human reality. It's like they are compassionate beings. They're loving. They emanate compassion. Why do you think they are compassionate beings? They're loving. They emanate compassion. Why do you think they emanate compassion? Because they've surpassed the lessons of human, fear and human hate, in human jealousy and envy, and spitefulness. And if you stay in that energy, it's just gonna keep you in a low dimension. So do you want to stay in a low dimension, Pisces? No. You want to be in a high vibration. You want to be in a high dimension. You want to feel high. You want to feel the light. Otherwise, you're going to stay in the dark. If you stay in the dark, a lot of fear is in there, a lot of hate, a lot of spite and wrath, right? And this is what I'm saying. Like, if people have a lot of anger internally, they keep themselves in a low place in their life, right? And we all work on our angers, and we're all not perfect, but I'm saying this thing really works. Love really works. Like, if you just boom, 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 it can really go boom, boom, boom. It's strong. Love is strong. Don't underestimate the power of love. Love. I mean, Michael Jackson. What did Michael Jackson song is? Like, the power of love. He was right. It's powerful. Love is powerful. Love just, right? But we're afraid because you're very detached. And you want to stay hidden and all that stuff. And you're afraid of this happening again. But if you're living in that, this story is always going to repeat itself in your life, right? So the solution is to break the chains of all that. Bring in love. Bring in the love energy. Love again. Okay? Bring the compassion. Bring forgiveness and compassion back. That will free you. Okay? That will free you from this torment as well. So that's the healing energy, okay? All right, so that was Pisces. Now we're on the last card. The last zodiac. Okay. Last zodiac is Scorpio. Okay, let's see, Scorpio. Waiting for you. This live stream was 3 hours. That's crazy. Almost 3 hours. I'm trying to make it more quicker. So I'm going to try to make more live streams more frequently every day. More frequently, because I don't want to make it like 3 hours long though. Maybe just 1 hour every day, just 1 hour reading. Checking in on all the zodiacs, how they're doing daily. So I'm going to be doing that. So if you guys want to tune in to Divine Intuition, because I'm going to make more readings daily. I'm trying to aim for daily. It might be twice a week, maybe starting off, or 3 times a week. And then later on, I kind of want to make it daily to check up on the zodiacs. Okay. All right, Scorpio, this last zodiac sign. Let's see what's for you. Okay, Scorpio, you have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is saying that you're going to be receiving certain offers from people, emotional offers from someone that can help you progress in something that you're trying to progress. It could be an offer of friendship. It can be an offer of connection, something that you want to build for yourself. There's going to be somebody around you that you're going to feel very connected, someone you can trust. So you can feel this person and you can really trust them. You can feel like, okay, this is somebody I can bring into the team. This is somebody I trust. This is somebody I can feel like I'll get along with them. You know, there's a sense of bond, there's a sense of friendship, there's a sense of connection, right? This is somebody that I really want in my team or want in my life as a friend or as a partnership. You know, this is somebody that you're going to encounter and you're going to have quite a strong connection with that person. Okay. Oh, I just realized. Do you guys still hear the song? Oh, there you go. Oh no, I didn't have the music on for a while. Okay, so yeah, so this is going to be someone you're going to have a connection with, you're going to have like a bond with, and you're going to trust them, okay? But there's going to be certain things around you that you're going to be kind of effy about. There is certain people that you don't trust, though, and you have to kind of be careful around them. You're going to have to kind of work around them because there's something about them that doesn't seem trustworthy. They seem like somebody who kind of like can bail out or something, or somebody who won't commit to something. They seem like somebody that will just grab what they want or leave. It doesn't seem like somebody that it's quite reliable, right? And you're looking for someone that's reliable. You're trying to find someone reliable, and you will. They're not reliable, and you're going to be kind of cautious about that, Scorpio. You're going to be kind of cautious about the ones that are not that reliable. You kind of work around it, kind of like kind of figure out their scheme and things, and kind of figure that person out. Like, it's not like you're going to dismiss them right away, Scorpio. It's more like you're going to kind of analyze them, kind of work around with them, kind of feel them out. It's not like you, it's kind of like you want to kind of explore that situation, or explore, or like not explore, but kind of like, it's not much of a game. It's kind of like a game. That's what I feel like. It's like, okay, all right. So who are you? Let's see, you know, like, but you know they're not reliable, but you kind of want to kind of see who they are, right? You're kind of sneaky as well, like that, like the Seven of Swords. But you're not putting all your money on the table on this person. You're not putting your money on the table on this person so much, though. You're putting more effort on this person, on this individual that you're interacting with more, right? So there are certain things that are behind the scenes also that could that you need to be aware of, that you need to be cautious about also. Okay, so just be cautious of this person because I don't think they mean well. Okay, and you have the Justice card. So the Justice card is situations that are becoming more fair, more things are resolving for you in a legal way or in a way that was unfair. So situations that you went through that wasn't fair for you, you're kind of, you know, resolving those situations now, and things are kind of being in your favor. So it could be something related to the situation. So it could be something related to your situation where somebody wasn't being fair, like somebody was doing something behind your back. Somebody was, you know, a trickster, or somebody was like, didn't have the best intentions, and you had to really deal with them. And that really kind of screwed over, sorry, that kind of ruined your plans or something, or it kind of affected you in a way that it really affected you. It really affected you. That's what I feel. I feel like it really did affect you, and you don't want it to happen again. And so you're kind of doing all the work, and you're doing all the legal work, and you're doing all the paperwork, or you're doing all the research regarding that situation, regarding that person, so it doesn't repeat again. And that's what I feel, Scorpio, is that you're putting all the time into resolving the situation in a legal way, or in a figuring, knowing your stuff, knowing your information. Knowledge is power. So maybe it could just be researching, right? Knowledge is power. Information is power. So in researching all the information you can regarding the situation, right? So, right. So it can be that, or it could be vice versa. It can be a situation that maybe you were dealing with, and that you have to resolve in a legal way. Maybe you didn't do things the right way. Maybe you did things in a way that wasn't that, maybe not the right conduct to resolve, and now you have to resolve it in a through documents or legal way, right? So it's vice versa. So whichever you resonate more, but you're going to resolve the situation soon with the other person, whether it's that person that was doing that to you or if you were doing that to that person. It's going to be resolved in a legal way. Justice is going to be justice is going to come and resolve that situation, I feel. Okay, but I feel like you're going to have a good interaction with this person with the Page of Cups, okay? Let's see. Page of Cups. Message for Scorpio. Let's see. Okay, control. So you really need to control that situation. Scorpio, you really need to have a little more self-control about that situation. You have a lot of things that that affected you in an emotional way, in an emotional manner. Okay, and I feel like you're starting to control that. Maybe you couldn't control it before, but you're trying to control the emotional situation, a situation that maybe wasn't good with the Seven of Swords. Okay, you're trying to temper yourself. You're trying to resolve the situation in a peaceful manner, maybe in a legal manner, maybe in a manner that is through writing or documents, right? And I feel like you're resolving that situation. And resolving the situation in the past that wasn't quite maybe good, and you're kind of resolving it and finding kind of something fair regarding it. Okay, so it can go vice versa. It can be you doing something, or it can be somebody doing something to you. Okay, but the message here is control. Whether you need to control yourself regarding that situation, or that person needs to control themselves regarding that situation with you. So I feel like it's kind of like a fair game, like balanced is fair, like an agreement, right? So that's kind of ease the tension for you, ease the tension for the other person, and that's kind of liberate yourself as well. So the message is control, having inner strength, inner control about the battles in your life, things that were overwhelming for you, things that you couldn't handle anymore. That is going to you're going to have a level of control over it now. You're not going to let it take over. You're not going to get emotionally overwhelmed. You're not going to be carried away by your emotions. You're going to have self-control. Or this person is going to have more self-control around you, okay, depending on the situation, okay? But yeah. All right, Scorpio, so that was it. I think that's been almost 3 hours. So I'm going to take one more card because it's almost 3 hours. So I was just going to take one more card of message for you, for everyone. So a message for everyone. I'm just going to read it, and then you guys kind of resonate. Let me know if it resonates with you guys or not. I'll pull one more. I'll take one card out. The Enchanted map. Okay. All right. Message, collective message for all the zodiac signs. Let's see what message we have for all the zodiac signs. Collective message. Things come around. The message is like, what goes around comes around. And it takes a while for things to come around, but it comes around eventually. So the injustice comes around. Things were unfair. Justice always comes, and it doesn't matter how long it takes for it to come. Justice always comes in your favor. If curses, hey, I'm doing tarot cards. I know all about these things. Evil eye, curses, hexes, a bunch of it. Bunch of it here in this city, that's for sure. The city's full of them. So it's like you gotta know how to protect yourself here. And there are other places that are a lot worse though. But it's like people who like, and there's a lot of envious people out there. A lot of people are envious. A lot of people are envious of you. A lot of people are envious of, I don't know, the situation. I've had a lot of envious people who are envious of me, who are older people. Older women tend to be very envious of me. And I'm like, what do you want from me? But it's like a karma that, like, it comes from my mom's side, because a lot of women, like me and my mom, always minded our own business, and we all did our own things. And we never really eyed on other people, or we were very kind of genuine people. We're not envious people. But we always ended up in a trap where an older woman or older man, mostly older women, were extremely envious of us. And I carry that from my mom. And she had a lot of accidents. A lot of bad things were done to her, thrown to her. Like, she even had an accident on the bus. The bus almost crushed her, because there was just so much evil women out there, envious of my mom, jealous of her. And like, I've been through a lot as well. But the problem is, and it's always a woman throwing hexes and curses and envy. I see them throwing evil eye at me, and I just throw it back, and I can see them throwing that evil eye on me. Like, I've catched all of them. The difference between me and my mom, though, is that my mom attracts the really evil women, and I attract both the evil women and the evil men. But it's like, it's men also, because it's like, because I don't know, my mom, I feel like it balances out with me, because there's not much, like, women, like those older women tend to be envious of me, but not as much as they would be envious of my mom, because of my mama, who she is, right? She was a very strong woman, very beautiful. She was a very beautiful woman, and she was very empowered, right? But a lot of women were extremely jealous of her and threw a lot of things at her. And for me, I think I don't know, for me, I always feel like, it must be because I'm like a sun sign and a moon sign. So I'm both moon and sun, right? So I can be moon and I can be sun. So men hate my sun sign and women hate my moon sign. So it's like, why? It's like, we're the most fun, friendly people ever. And like, but it's just their envy. They have a lot of pain. They come from a painful past. They are miserable. They're older people who are broken, and it's always been my mom, with the people she's dealt with in her life, in her neighborhood, or in her connections with other people, or her job, and I think I carry that. My dad never had that problem. I'm talking about my family stuff here. But I'm just relating it to you so that you guys can relate it, because I sense a lot of bad, like, there's some curses and hexes I sense in some people's readings, and I really want everyone to be safe, and protect themselves, So, yeah, that's my story. Like, it's just, people will always want to destroy your life. People will always want the worst from you, because humans are broken and they're miserable, and that sucks, because they become misery spirits in the next life. They go to a lower dimension, You know, they become misery spirits. How do I know? Because I free misery spirits, because I do things, I do cleansing, I do energetic work, I cleanse, and I free a bunch of misery spirits. Like, they come to me and tell me their life and how they died and how they, because I can see spirits and I can free them, and I crossed over some spirits, you know. It's terrible. You know, your envious energy is just gonna sink you in your inferno more and more, you know. You're just going to, that's why love energy, emanate more love. You don't want to go down there more, you want to go up there. And when you go through these lessons in life, is to teach you to break free from that. So, okay, about this. Me and my fiance were talking about this a lot. And you know what? You have to be happy for people. You have to be happy for people. Don't, like, people's success, you know, that's their journey. You have the same success too. We all have our different versions of success. You know, some people can feel that a career job and a business thriving is success, and somebody can be envious of that. But for another person, success could be having a family, having a baby, getting married. That's success. Or like still having their two parents alive, even though like at a very old age, having, you know, a family, you know, it's so many, you know, and people are so envious of every little thing you have. But people's happiness is determined by other things. Not everybody's happiness is exactly that. Other people's happiness are other things, you know, and like, oh, they're envious of that relationship or that boyfriend or that girlfriend. Okay, but like, yeah, then you're never going to find real love if you're always looking at what the other person has. Do you ever see yourself in the mirror? Who are you? What do you have, you know, inside of you? How are you going to attract real love if you're always looking at somebody else? You know, how are you going to succeed if you're always going to ruin other people's lives? So ride the wave. What does that mean? Ride the wave. Ride the wave of adversity, you know, ride the wave of obstacles, ride the wave, the water. Don't drown in it. Don't drown in the water. Ride it. Ride the wave of life, you know, ride with the dolphins. Don't take everything so personal. Don't take everything so serious. Don't hate too much. Don't envy. Just enjoy life. Life is beautiful, right? So I'm saying it because a lot of people are going through something that are dealing with people who are probably throwing bad things to them. And it's because of envious people. So I want all you guys to be safe and understand that despite those obstacles and things happening in your life, keep love in your heart, okay, and emanate that. That's going to always help. That's always going to save you. And ride the wave of life. Survive. Ride it. You know, there's beautiful things. There's so many beautiful things in life that we need to appreciate and cherish. Beautiful things to visit. Okay, the earth is beautiful. Sometimes you can be like, this earth, I hate this earth. It's a hell. Well, yeah, maybe, yeah. But it's also like a school. And it's also like a playground. So, you know, how are you gonna think all the time that Earth is a prison, a karmic prison, or are you gonna think like it's a lesson, it's a school, I'm learning here, I'm learning a lot, or like it's how do you say it? I forgot the word. It's a school or it's a playground. I want to play. I want to explore. I want to see all the beautiful parts of the earth. Right? So I'll write it. So another thing I want to, before I read this, I want to relate it to a dream that my fiance had. My fiance had a dream about like 2 tsunamis hitting us, right? So it's like ride the wave, right? And it was last year he told me this dream. And in the tsunami, the first tsunami that hit me and my fiance, we like drowned in it. We like rolled in it. threw us and it butchered us, and we drowned, and devastated in the tsunami. And then it just left us in the shore, but we survived. But we survived the tsunami. But we got hit by it, though. We got hit by the devastation. And then this year, he said, I had another tsunami dream when I came back recently when I was traveling in Vancouver for a bit, and then I came back. And then he said the tsunami hit again, but we rode the wave. We rode the wave this time. Michi, we rode the wave. So when I took this card, I'm like, okay, that is a confirmation, is that, the tsunami hit, but we didn't get hit by it. We rode it, and we actually dodged it this time. You learn. It's a lesson. It's a painful lesson, but you learn. It's a school. And it depends on your perspective. You can see it as a tsunami, or you can see it as the waves of Hawaii. The waves of Hawaii. Okay, and you just want to enjoy the waves of Hawaii and surfing or riding the dolphins. So it's also your perspective. It's do you see it as a tsunami? As a devastating situations, constant devastating situations, or do you see it like a fun trip to Hawaii and enjoying the beautiful waves with the dolphins? It looks like that more, doesn't it, in this picture? So that's my own interpretation. So I'll read it. I wasn't even going to interpret it, but I received some psychic messages with it. Okay, ride the wave 36. Oh yeah, my mom survived. She survived everything that was thrown to her, even that accident. That was an accident before I was born, actually. I'm the firstborn. I'm the oldest. And she had that big accident with the bus before I was born. My dad thought he would lose her and thought I wouldn't be born. She would not be alive. She's been through the worst in life, and she survived. So, and me too, but it's just we both experience different. She has more of a physical strength and endurance. She has physical endurance. I have emotional strength and emotional endurance, which is tsunamis. A tsunami hits and I can endure and survive it. It's a tsunami. It's a big wave. So it's that's the difference between me and my mom, is we have our strength to survive that kind of karma or curse that keeps coming from us when it comes to people like that are envious, but we endure it in different ways. She has a very strong physical endurance. I don't have much of a physical endurance. I have more of an emotional endurance, emotional strength and power. But she's opposite. She can't handle the emotional wave or tsunami. She can't. But she can handle a lot of physical endurance. Right. And with me, I don't know. I don't have physical endurance. I don't want to go through what she went through. So anyways, I just felt like I needed to share that because we're all going through really tough times right now, right? To relate. Okay. So ride the wave. I'm going to read that. Ride the wave. Right now, success is easy and effortless. Okay, right now, success is easy and effortless. You can be assured that you're entering a time when you can ride the when you can ride the wave of abundance. The tide has turned, and you can put your surfing skills to the test. Everything that you know, all your talents, coupled with your hopes and dreams, will carry you forward. People and circumstances have come out of the ocean of potential and possibility to take shape in a wave of spectacular activity. know that you're definitely on the right path. There you go. Blessings your way, guys. Abundance finally coming. The wave of prosperity. That's what it is. Also, the opportunities, taking in that opportunity, finally flowing, traveling, getting that wave of opportunity and abundance, the prosperity coming in now. Chances and opportunities coming your way now, guys. Okay, so that's been the reading. Thanks for sticking around for the end of the reading for 3 hours. I might do this once a week, the 3-hour live streams. And just kind of experimenting, just breaking the ice here when it comes to readings. But I really want to do daily readings, so maybe look forward for another reading tomorrow. Still have to see that. I want to do dailies, but they're going to be shorter. They're going to be like 1 hour, maybe 1 hour max. 1 hour maximum. Okay, 1 hour maximum. This was 3 hours, so these are like my live stream treats. Live stream treats where, you know, I like to chat and discuss things and talk about personal things. I mean, we're all going through things, and like more as like a counselor. Like I like to talk about these things so I can relate it to other people, so I can counsel them and help them, and relatable. Want to make myself more relatable. Okay, and yeah, so I am available for readings now. I do personal readings now, so you can contact me. I'll leave my email. Actually, I'll leave an email here. I'll put my email here. And let's see if I can find it. I don't want to give my regular email. I have the Divine Intuition email also, but I just don't remember. I have to log into it. I have so many emails. I have to make sure that let's see. I'll write it here. I think I have it in my iPad here. I'll put the music here while we're at standby. Standby. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's divineintuition.readings@gmail.com. So I'm going to just write it down here, and I'm going to copy it. Ooh. Keyboard. So I'm just going to write it down here. So if you guys would like a reading, I'm just going to write my email here. You can just email me and let me know what kind of reading you want. Tell me about the situation, and I can give you like a fixed price with this with the reading that you would like. Okay. All right. So that's the Divine Intuition. So it's divineintuition.readings@gmail.com. I'm going to lower this. So divineintuition.readings@gmail.com. Okay, so it's there. If you'd like to contact me, just message me. Just let me know what kind of reading you want, and I can find a fixed price. We can do like a Zoom call, or we can do like a Google chat, or we can just chat through Instagram, or yeah. So we'll figure it out. And just let me know if you guys would like a reading, okay? All right, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and all the zodiac signs for this week for the weekly reading. Hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. Hopefully I'll do the dailies tomorrow, okay? All right, have a good night. Bye. Sweet dreams.